Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the stack. Smoke me out, fam, with that dang shit on my left. Oldest ninja in the world, old ninja.
Behold the power of dankness.
There you go. On my far right, engineering on the ones and twos, choking people out on the threes and fours, Kronos.
I'm alive. I didn't die last week.
Oh, sounds like Prodigy's dying.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Looks like the live stream is not coming up.
Oh, something flashed across my screen just now.
Really?
Just now, yeah.
Can you guys see the live stream coming up? I don't know where Blue is. Blue's like underneath it.
This is great.
Show me my intro.
Oh, yeah. I got a notification.
Well, how come I don't see us
Like
as
what?
live?
I don't know. But I see that we're live 1 minute ago.
Yeah, I see that we're live.
Are we? Why can't I see it on the YouTube studio?
Don't know.
There's something very wrong here.
I got a little thing of it, and it has this.
Can you see us recording? Or like actually shooting?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes?
it shows live.
it's a little behind, but
Why can't I see
I
it?
turned the sound down. And yeah, I see Blue coming out from underneath his chair
See the
a minute
you're
ago.
streaming thing on the bottom.
What the fuck?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, follow us at BTHANBTI, BTHANBTI on most platforms and every platform, everywhere you can listen to podcasts. Nice little scrolling things. Welcome to our live stream.
But why can't I see it though?
Please use Super Chat to donate so we can make our podcast even better.
Do you need to refresh something? I don't know how it works.
I did refresh.
That's weird because we're still live and it's looking weird. And on my corner, oh, you can see the Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook tab. I don't know if those are clickable, but yeah, click on those
Yeah, this isn't.
on your.
Type in the chat. Let me see if even the chat is even working.
Warrior colors in there.
Yeah, I'm on like a totally different thing.
Hmm.
What the fuck is going
Are
on
you,
here?
are you still on Earth?
Hold on. I'm gonna switch to the other account. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. All right, well, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. We're having some technical difficulties on my end. I don't know why I can't see any of the live stream stuff. So, let me see where you guys are at. Yeah, nope, this isn't it
Okay.
either. I don't know what the fuck is going on here.
Oh, can you see me typing in the chat? I can. I'm still watching us. We're still pretty live. It's like a minute behind, but we're still there.
Oh, there we go. Hold on. Maybe this is it. There we go. Wait. Excellent condition. Almost. I can see your chats now. There we go. God damn.
All right.
This is like super.
Delayed.
Yeah, sorry, everybody. I just kind of like had to pause the podcast for a minute, but there was technical difficulty where I couldn't see anything in the chat or anything. I couldn't see us actually being live. So,
That's weird because I'm still on the live stream and it doesn't look like I paused or stopped at all.
yeah, it's something
Yeah.
on YouTube's end.
I'm
Anyway.
watching your reaction.
Fucking stupid.
If you're in the live chat, you can see Cronus's expression as we go live, and then he's more animated because I have the sound down. You can totally tell everything's different. That's crazy.
How come I
But
can
yeah,
only see me?
it doesn't look like we stopped.
Yeah, it doesn't even look right. Well, as long as you guys can see it right, it's okay. Because like on my end, it doesn't show like the whole screen that I set up.
That's weird.
But it has like the
yeah, I can see.
it has like the whole ticker, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
At the ticker in the
Yeah.
Twitter and Instagram.
The only thing is that our Brady Bunch squares are different on the live screen, but it's not that big of a deal.
No, it's because he's using the account one, so there's 5 on the account, but he hides it.
No.
That should be
Like,
what it's showing.
our positions. If you're watching the live stream, I'm top right versus top
Oh,
left,
yeah.
and then Prodigy's on the bottom, and then you're still in the same spot, which is
Oh, yeah, it's just for my
Totally
end.
different for me too.
Yeah, me too.
yeah. All right. So technical stuff aside.
All right, that was fucking stupid. Sorry.
I was gonna say blue.
Wait, hold up. Dude, call me in again.
Last but not least, we got your boy Blue.
Oh, fuck, man. Last week, fucking drugged me on the table. Fuck.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was the right sex.
Dang.
Yeah,
Wow,
last podcast, there's a glimpse of me literally underneath my table because I got so fucking drunk.
Yeah.
There's regrets
it's-
made.
It was funny to me because there are people that were still on. They're still on the live stream, and they're like, "Hey, is Blue okay? Like, what happened to Kronos? Like, what's going on over there?" I'm like, "Everyone's still alive." It's
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Mahai Blur, for the super chat. We appreciate it. He just did a super chat just now.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
Yeah. So last week I wasn't gone because I was so drunk I couldn't do anything.
I hear the chime.
What's up?
I hear the chime.
Oh, the chime.
I
Yeah,
heard the
that was a
chime,
super chat. Yeah. It's like a 5-second delay.
Are we supposed to show titties?
Yeah. Eventually, I had like graphics and shit. But I had a problem with my pancreas as well as being drunk. So I was basically screaming in pain in my bathroom when I left for a while. So it wasn't fun, but it wasn't because I was passed out drunk. It was because of serious pain issues.
K-Mac came through. K-Mac came through and shut it down. She had a look on her face like, how do I shut this right now? Stop talking right now.
Well, I was worried that you guys. I
I'm
just
sorry,
left you guys in
but
the lurch.
That wasn't the look on her face. Those were her literal words. Those were literal words by her. Like, "Hey guys, how do I shut this down? Only one person talks. Show me how to walk me through this." I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah, I was listening to it like when he came back and everybody was like talking when she was trying to just get instructions, and then Blue was super drunk, so he was trying to like, no, don't shut the live stream down. But you'd have been fine just shutting the live stream down. It doesn't
He's
break
always
anything.
gonna lose everything.
No, you're not gonna lose
I
anything.
was afraid that if she would have turned off like Audacity, I wasn't sure how you're recording everything. I thought she was trying to close Audacity.
Oh,
which is
even
like,
even if she closed Audacity, I'd just rip it off of the live stream. I've done it before.
oh, okay.
All right, we did. I know we're going to talk a little bit more about last week, but Old Ninja, we usually pour out some type of malt beverage to begin the cast. Oh, and I'm sorry. No, I'm fucking up.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Listener of the week. First in the chat. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
First in the chat would be Warrior Fellow. What's going on? Thanks for continuing to support us, and then also thank you again, Mile High Blur, for the super chat. Always appreciated. Listener of the week would be user 327561421. Also Idris, not Elba. Idris, somebody else. If Idris Elba was listening to us, you better fucking promote us. I'm just saying. Thank you very much.
Man.
You mean DJ Alba?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He is
I
a
do
DJ.
everything.
Yeah,
Wait,
we actually got.
Did you see the video? I think there's a video of him rapping about what was it? The chick from Friends, Courtney Cox. Was it Courtney Cox he was rapping about?
No idea. Don't care.
Yeah,
never
he was
seen
rapping
that.
about
I've never
Courtney
seen
Cox,
that.
and then she jumps on and started rapping with him. It was like a Zoom chat they were doing.
Am I tripping or is Blue frozen?
Blue is frozen.
Am I frozen?
Yeah,
Okay.
or is a really good ventriloquist.
Just life model decoy.
All right, Old Ninja. You usually pour out some type of urban beverage. What do you got this week?
This week, we were pouring out some Mickeys. Some nice 40 dog Mickeys pouring out. So we're going to cover basically like 2 weeks worth. So it's going to be a little longer than usual because we didn't do any on the drunk cast. And we had some pretty heavy hitters pass. So we're going to start with a few of these here real quick. So we're going to start with Janet Maus. I believe that's how you pronounce her last name. Is spelled Maus. She worked on a variety of characters in the upcoming Resident Evil Village game. She's including some of the witches seen in the promotional videos. Some of her other notable works are in the films Charm City Kings, Dismissed, Your Sister's Sister, and My Effortless Brilliance. She taught acting at John Rosenfeld Studios in West Hollywood. She died due to complications from colon cancer at the age of 39.
Damn.
So and just to make sure we're on the same page, she is the daughter of Big Titty Vampy Queen in the coming Resident Evil Village. She
So
does the voice acting work, right?
she does the voice acting work, and I believe she's also motion captured some of
Oh
the
wow.
work for the witches. She's also various other like minor characters in the game, as well as the sister witches.
So when you play that game, which I think is going to be a pretty big hit, judging from the fan reaction, you will be hearing, unfortunately, a dead woman
Yeah,
doing
well,
that
I
voice
mean
acting. Right?
that's not unheard of in gaming. Just saying.
Yeah.
Moving on. Next up, we have Dustin Diamond, best known for
Screech.
portraying Samuel Powers, aka Screech, on the hit '90s TV show Saved by the Bell. He played the nerdy sidekick to the character of Zach Morris and was always trying to get the love attention of Lisa Turtle. He would also appear in the 98 Degrees video for I Do and a couple of episodes of The Wonder Years. In 2006, he apparently directed his own sex tape, but later on, he told Oprah Winfrey on her show that it wasn't him, it was a stunt double. Diamond also appeared in a few celebrity reality TV shows, such as Celebrity Boxing 2 and Celebrity Fit Club. He was suffering from stage 4 lung cancer, which had been recently diagnosed. Unfortunately, succumbed to his cancer. He was 44.
Young.
Next up, we have Cloris Leachman. Cloris Leachman has been in active business for 7 decades. She's won 8 Primetime Emmy Awards, been nominated 22 times. She ties the record for the most nominated actress in Emmy history, sharing the title with Julia Louis-Dreyfus. She's won an Academy Award for the film The Last Picture Show in 1971. She's also won a British Academy Film Award, a Golden Globe for the film Phyllis, and a Daytime Emmy. If you don't recognize her name, some of her more contemporary films are Beer Fest, Scary
Graham.
Movie 4. What was it?
She was Graham in Beer Fest.
Yeah. She's in both of the crude animated films. On TV, she's been on shows such as American Gods as a character Zariah Venture Maya. Yeah. Mad About You as Mr. Mandelbaum, and Raising Hope as Mama. She's also in Justice League Action as Granny Goodness.
Oh yeah.
More classic films on her resume, such as The History of the World Part 1, Young Frankenstein, and The Last Picture Show. The films, along with her Oscar win, the films, along with her Oscar win, gained her massive notoriety, especially becoming a regular on the Mary Tyler Moore Show, which gained her a spin-off show based on her character. She was a vegetarian and atheist, and she posed for the 2009 PETA advertisement. She died from natural causes at the age of 94. She has 2 films slated to be released later on in 2021.
Real quick in between RPs, thank you, Clay, for super chatting us. We appreciate it. Appreciate
Is that
you.
Clay the bartender, Clay?
Yeah, Clay the bartender. You know, once bars open again and I'm drinking again, I'm taking drinking off for a little bit. But
There you go.
Yeah.
we're gonna come out and see where we're working at.
So
For
for me, I'm actually last week was my last week drinking, so I am officially stopped drinking until my kid gets here, and then after that, bam, back in there, baby.
God damn it.
Well,
All
I
right,
just
keep
want
going.
to make sure I'm sober in case the sweetie goes into labor at any time. I want to be able to drive us there safely because she will be delivering at a hospital not in our area. So
Makes sense. That's responsible. No, I like it. That's what's up.
trying to be an adult.
Right.
On to the RPs.
Going on. Next up, we have Hank Aaron, legendary baseball Hall of Famer who broke Babe Ruth's home run record, known as Hammerin' Hank. He played for the Milwaukee Atlanta Braves for 21 seasons and for the Milwaukee Brewers for 2 seasons as a right fielder. He holds numerous MLB records along with his home run record. Hank Aaron started in the Negro American League where he played for only 3 months with the Indianapolis Clowns. During his time with the Clowns, he got 2 offers from the Boston Braves and 1 from the New York Giants. Hank Aaron has said that the Braves offered him $50 more than the Giants, which kept him from playing with Willie Mays Hayes. While in obtaining the record, while obtaining the Babe Ruth record or the home run record, he received thousands of fan mail, including hate mail with death threats included. So much so that the Braves had to hire a secretary to sort through all of that. Hank
Damn.
Aaron actually had fears that someone might try to kill him to prevent him from breaking the record in the 1973-1974 offseason. He got so much mail that the U.S. Postal Service gave him a medal for receiving so much mail outside of a politician. He broke Babe Ruth's home run record on April 8th, 1974. He would go on to hit an all-time high of 755 home runs until it was broken by Barry Bonds in 2007. After baseball, he was senior vice president and assistant to the Braves president. He was also a corporate vice president of community relations for the Turner Broadcasting System and the vice president of business development for the airport network. He has an autobiography titled I Had a Hammer. He was an owner of Hank Aaron BMW, and with every car sold, it came with an autographed baseball. He owned 5 other car dealerships as well as 30 restaurants around the country. He died in his sleep on January 22nd at the age of 86. Next up, we have Cicely Tyson. Cicely Tyson has been an actress and fashion model with a career spanning 7 decades. Tyson broke into movies in 1959 with the Harry Belafonte film Odds Against Tomorrow, and then the film The Comedians, and then followed by The Last Angry Man. She refused to play the part. She refused to be a part of the blaxploitation movies, and became popular in the 1960s, the late 1960s. She waited 12 years to return to film with the film Sounder, where she was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actress. She became extremely popular for her performance in Roots, the Wilma Rudolph story, and King, the Martin Luther King story. She was the first African American woman to nab a recurring role in a drama series on TV in the show East Side, West Side. She won 2 Emmys in her role in the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman. In her career in film, she refused to play drug addicts, prostitutes, maids, or any role she felt was demeaning to black women, unless the role captivated her, where she played a maid in the 2011 film The Help. She also performed on Broadway and won a Tony Award for her role in The Trip to Bountiful. In 2016, she won the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest civilian honor in the U.S. She married Miles Davis in 1978. In the home of Bill Cosby, she is godmother to Lenny Kravitz, actually, and she's the godmother to Denzel Washington's daughter, as well as Tyler Perry's son. She appears in 3 Tyler Perry movies and Alex Cross, which stars Tyler Perry. Most recently, she can be seen in the TV series How to Get Away with Murder as Ophelia Harkness, the mother of Viola Davis' character. In 2020, she can be seen in Netflix film A Fall from Grace. She had just published her memoir titled Just As I Am. 2 days later, she passed away at the age of 96.
Damn. R.I.P.
And then last, we have Larry King. Born Lawrence Harvey Zeiger, an American television and radio host who has hosted over 50,000 interviews. He's won Emmys and Cable Ace Awards. He started out in the Miami area in the 50s and 60s as a radio interviewer. And then in 1978, he was the host of The Larry King Show, an all-night nationwide call-in radio show. From 85 to 2010, he hosted the nightly interview TV show Larry King Live on CNN, and then the Larry King Now from 2012 to 2020, which aired on Hulu, Aura TV, and RT America. He also hosted Politicking with Larry King. When he first started out, the manager of Miami radio show said Zeiger was too hard to pronounce or remember, so Larry changed his name to King after an ad in the Miami Herald for King's Wholesale Liquor. He later legally changed his name to Larry King. Bob Darin was King's very first celebrity guest star at a restaurant in Miami. He used to commentate for the Miami Dolphins during the 1970 season. He was once arrested for grand larceny by a former business partner. He moved on to get a show, like I said, in 78. King has appeared in numerous TV shows and films, including WWE back in 2012. King was married 8 times, including to a Playboy bunny. He has outlived two of his 5 children. King was hospitalized for testing positive for COVID-19. He died at the age of 87 after he had recovered from COVID-19, but the disease had ravaged his body so much that he was susceptible to sepsis, which took his life. All right.
A lot of RIPs.
Yep. Wow. Here we go. I know we touched upon it a little bit. Either Blue or Kronos, if you want to give some additional insight into the infamous now drunk cast, because I'm sure I'm sure everybody in the infinite world is still buzzing about it. Go ahead, the floor is yours.
Well, yeah, again, the main thing about what happened to me, the pancreas issues, which, I mean, if you listen to the podcast long enough, you guys know that I have some medical issues that come up from time to time. I was thinking about stopping drinking and going back keto anyway after the drunk cast, but that kind of accelerated it because I had that same pain happen to me like twice in a week, which usually doesn't happen hardly at all. But with me, if I eat enough carbs, especially things with sugar, it creeps up on me a little bit faster. So it was the damn screwball, I think, that got me. There's a lot of sugar in that screwball. So I'll be not drinking for a little bit, probably like a couple weeks, and gonna be on keto for a little while, lose some weight anyway. So yeah, I'm okay. I'll live. Don't worry about it.
And Blue?
Yeah, for me, just too many shots within a short amount of frame, and I didn't really have that big of a dinner. I should have ate more, but it definitely could have been the 10-year-old bottle of tequila that had habanero in it. So that really fucked me up at the end. But overall, I mean, I had a good time. I only ended up throwing up once, and I laid on the floor just because I wanted to be funny for the camera.
Sure. Okay.
Sure.
All right. For
Yeah,
the camera.
I believe it. Because you literally turned off your camera and then turned it on when you thought you were off the air. So
Yeah. No, but yeah, I mean, overall, it was pretty fun. I had a good time. Plus, I was at home, so nothing bad would happen.
Awesome.
yeah, I guess that was the good thing. Everybody was at home, so you could literally just get up and puke or pass out if you
Yeah.
needed to.
Well, shout out to all those fucking guests we had, man. We had obviously Matt from Pre-Recorded Live, Becky. We had an appearance from K-Mac. We had an appearance from Lilo. We had Gian. We had podcast Rob from Something Something Cast. I mean, we had Mr. X. We had our boy. Sorry. Go ahead.
What was Tank's guy's name again?
Devil Tank?
Oh, Devil Tank.
Yeah.
Double Tank. Yeah. Dropping the knowledge on all things stocks and GameStop. I mean, we had some of everything go on, man. So it was a fun cast.
Yeah.
No doubt.
And thanks everybody who donated money because, we did get pretty, well, I got pretty drunk. I don't know what the rest of the cast members.
Yeah, little sunglass, little Advil, and the sunglasses the next day. Definitely not feeling like complete. I wasn't feeling 100% because I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. But it was what it was. It's good times.
Yeah.
Holy shit! So let's dive on in. Go ahead.
We should give a big shout out to all the people that have been listening to us for 300 episodes. If you managed to listen to all 300, you are a special kind of friend to us. Thank you so much for participating and listening to all of us ranting and yelling and crazy discussions. So, keep on listening. We're going to keep on giving you the stankers.
Yep. We touched on a whole bunch of topics, like in a round robin, weird interview style last week. I know we got a few more that we didn't quite do our normal dive on, but I just want to make sure this week, like we were saying, this week is Golden Egg Plant reveal, right?
Yes, it is.
That's what we said.
You guys okay with that?
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I'm.
Are we announcing the winning?
Yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we said. I'm making sure. I'm trying to make sure we're staying with what we said, right?
Yeah, I mean it's been live for like a month, right? More than a month, I think.
Yeah.
roughly, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Some of these, I think some of these are like it's a tie, which is kind of weird.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had ties before, so
Yes, we have. All
this
right.
is rare.
Well, Actually, I mean, that's big
Let's-
news to me. Let's start it off.
I'm closing down the responses right now, so no longer accepting responses. So who's gonna go first?
I gotta pull it up.
pull it
So
up.
Okay, well I guess I'll go first. I already have it up. All right, so the first golden eggplant. You want me to say the nominees or just the winner? Say the nominees.
Both.
All right.
nominees and winners.
All right, so the nominees are Ben Shapiro with WAP, Carol Baskin and Tiger King, This Motherfucker Spittin', the Ghanaian pallbearer funeral, Michael Jordan, I Took It Personally, Calvin Candy Laughing. Is that what that's called? All right. My Plans versus 2020 and Among Us Ejected. And the winner is the Ghanaian pallbearer funeral. I
Damn.
thought they were from a
That makes
different
sense.
country, but yeah. No, it's a good one.
That was a good-
It's a perfect one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you want to say how many people took the test or took the
Nah, I would
or
that.
voted in the award?
Nah.
Because it's a great number.
It is.
No. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it
we're
is.
good. I think we're
I'm-
good. Let's move it on because there's a lot of nominees and a lot of awards. So if we're doing the golden eggplants for 2020, let's
I don't
keep
mean
it
to.
rolling.
I don't mean to break the flow, but you go into the folder itself, right? The golden eggplant folder.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and just pull up the 2020. So while Prodigy's figuring out the shit, I guess I'll read
go
the
ahead.
next category.
Having trouble.
Next category
I'll
is
send you Prodigy.
the FAP Award. The nominees are Megan Tandy, Doja Cat, Claudia Dumit, Emery Pan, and Swole Abby from The Last of Us Part 2. And the winner is a three-way tie.
Threesome.
Shit, I can't believe that.
Yeah, so we have a three-way tie between Doja Cat, Emery Pan, and Swole Abby.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Three-way tie. So one of them is a video game character, and the other two are. One of them is a Twitch streamer and like cosplay like model, and then you have a Doja Cat and a musical artist. Pretty interesting. But shout out to my girl Amir Pan though. That's bad.
It's a big time tie. Y'all keep going. For some reason, I'm having some technical difficulties.
All right, Blue, you're up
But
next.
Blue, if you,
Blue, you want to read the next one?
Oh, that's one list. Next up, we have Porn Star of the Year. Hopefully, I don't butcher all these names. We have Violet Meyer, Damien Sutra, Kimmy Granger. Sounds like Garwood.
I think it's
Granger.
Granger.
Yeah, it's
Granger.
Granger.
Gabby Carter, no relation to Jimmy Carter. Honey Gold, Jess Ryan, Lily Kawai. Sorry, it's on 2 page. Crystal Luss, Jade Fire. Jada Fire, Jade Kush, and Arani Adine. Is that right?
Believe so.
Oh shit! And we have another three-way fucking tie. God damn.
No,
we have a
no,
fucking
no.
threesome.
There's a win.
Oh, wait, no,
no,
sorry.
there's a winner.
There's one more bigger one. So Arani Adine is the winner.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm almost
Alright.
close.
All right.
Yeah, that was close.
Prodigy, you got it figured out yet? No?
Nah, man. Keep going.
All right,
Hey,
so...
I posted it in the chat, so if you want to go in the chat, you probably can see it.
Still, he's got to
The
click.
link.
Yeah, that-
He's got to click stuff.
Yeah, that one takes me to something that says it's closed. Keep going.
Oh well, the responses are closed, but you should go in as the account. But all right, you won't be able to see it. It's just you. You got to log in as Be the BTI. Anyway,
Okay.
best new anime of 2020, and the nominees are The God of High School, Blood of Zeus, Interspecies Reviewer, Jujutsu Kaisen. My bad. Onyx Equinox, Burn the Witch, Dorohedoro. That's it, right? Yeah. B Stars and MFKZ and The Great Pretender. And it's a tie, actually. So Interspecies Reviewers along with Blood of Zeus.
Hey, I'm happy Interspecies won. Fuck it all. I'm promoting that shit for a year. Fuck.
I'm just happy that there was a tie and that interspecies reviews didn't come on top because there's actually some decent anime on here. Blood of
Absolutely.
Zeus was actually pretty decent. I actually
I
enjoyed
was
that.
really hoping that Beastars would have done pretty well because that was a pretty intense anime to be on Netflix for
I
like,
actually didn't.
the content that it covered.
I actually
Yeah, it
didn't
did
do that
very well. Yeah, it didn't do
Yeah.
bad at all.
God of High School did. I mean, I guess just as good, but still. All right, moving on to best returning anime series of 2020. Nominees are Castlevania, Attack on Titan, One Piece, Black Clover, and Fire Force. And the winner is Attack on Titan.
Ooh.
Rightfully so. One Piece shouldn't even be nominated. I'm just saying.
How dare you? You don't watch that. Fuck you.
It was
Go
actually pretty close, but yeah, Attack on Titan came out on top,
Good shit.
just barely.
All right,
Blue.
next up we have Best New Animated Series of 2020. Wow, this one was a fucking landslide. But first up we have Solar Opposites, which was great on Hulu. Star Trek Lower Deck, Animaniacs, Crossing Swords, Adventure Time, Distant Land on HBO, and we had Kipo and the Adventure of the Wonder Beast. Is it Wonder Beast or is it one? Never mind, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's a Wonder
And
Beast. Yeah, you got it.
The winner is. Oh god, this one's close. Animaniacs! Actually, wasn't close at all.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it wasn't close
It
at
was
all.
not close.
It was a sweep.
Yeah, it's
Nothing
total.
came close to Animaniacs.
Yeah, I think number
was a good
2
show. They
was
came back-
nowhere close.
They came back with the fierceness. It was great.
Yeah. All right. Next up would be the best returning animated series of 2020: Rick and Morty, Carmen Sandiego, She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and Harley Quinn. And the winner is Rick and Morty. Not surprised.
Not surprised. You know, there's actually some decent. I mean, Star Wars: This Clone Wars was a big year for Star Wars. It was a really good final season. But Rick and Morty had people talking. A lot of memes were out there. I mean, it was still great though.
Did you only have like 4 or 5 episodes last year?
They had
small
like
amount.
yeah,
It
it
was a
was
small
like
number.
8 to 10. I think it was 10 episodes.
Yeah.
So it's like watching a live action almost.
They were pretty good ones, though.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, the final season was actually really good. They actually came back and tied up a lot of loose ends, so I think it did really good. Even though it didn't, like, the one that was closest was Harley Quinn. Because Harley Quinn season 2 was actually pretty dang. So, next up, Best New TV Show of 2020. And there's a lot of nominees. Nominees are Hunters, Lock and Key, Tiger King, Lovecraft Country, Black as Fuck, or Black AF on Netflix, Woke, Cobra Kai, Gangs of London, The Queen's Gambit, Raised by Wolves, and A Teacher. And the winner is Lovecraft Country
By a
by a
landslide.
very large margin.
Yeah.
Huge margin. But congratulations, they were because it is award season and you're getting the dankest awards on the internet. Lovecraft was nominated for best TV show in the Golden Globes.
I mean, Cobra Kai was number
There you
2. It was a good show, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a good show. But
Lovecraft
it's been
Country
out
was dope.
before. It came out in 2018, so.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, it did.
next.
Okay, next up we have Best Returning TV Show of 2020. First up we have Altered Carbon.
Altered Carbon.
Altered.
Arrow, The Umbrella Academy, The Boys, The Haunting of Bly Manor, Harley Quinn, The Mandalorian, The Expanse, and Ozark. And the winner is The Mandalorian.
Very
Oh
nice.
man,
I like how
Very
Blue
nice.
put on his serious voice to say all these.
his announcer voice.
Yeah.
I'll try to do my movie popcorn guy voice.
Yeah, this one actually was interesting to me because The Boys was the clear winner early on, but Mandalorian came up.
Mando came strong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I think it's as like,
had a
you
good
know,
season.
I think we
Maybe-
announced this or we put it out when it wasn't even done yet, right? So maybe that's why.
That's true.
I feel like
No,
No, we put it out. We
didn't.
put it
No,
out.
we
We
put
put it out at the after
literally the week
2020 was
after.
over.
The week after.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
we
okay.
literally put it out I think we put this out either the last week of December or first week of January.
First week of Jan.
So yeah, so it's been out. It was out right after it finished, but that way everyone got a chance to watch it, get their reviews. But The Boys was ahead for a long time, and then Mando came up. So
Hey, what was it? What was the phone number that you could call to get movie times? Do you guys remember the number?
movie
The number-
phone, movie phone.
Was that the actual number that you dialed, right? Like
Yeah, you dial. It was
typed out
like
movie phone.
yeah, I think you do like 777 movie, or you just dial movie phone.
That's
or
too many,
whatever. And
too many numbers, but
That doesn't add up.
yeah,
I think you dial your area code and then type movie phone or
that's
something.
still
like that.
too
I'm
many.
not-
Just the word alone is
I
too
don't
many.
know, but
Anyway, album of the year, and this is one that
Oh,
I added in.
I know what it is.
What is it?
It was 777 film.
That's what it is.
That would
yeah,
get you movie.
that's what it is. That sounds correct. Yeah, Stitch is confirming. All right. So album of the year. This is one that I added in because there was a lot of good music that I thought that came out last year. So we'll go through it. All right. So first up is Body Count, Carnivore, Run the Jewels, RTJ4, Busta Rhymes, Extinction Level Event 2, The Wrath of God. That's a long name. Toei Nwigwe, The Pandemic Project, Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist, Alfredo, Megan Thee Stallion, Good News, and Future, High Off Life. And the winner is Megan Thee Stallion with Good News.
Ooh.
I'm surprised. But then
surprised.
again, I put on a lot
Not
of stuff that people probably never heard of, but you should listen to, especially Run the Jewels. I'm just saying. It's a great album.
Especially, actually, I'm actually surprised. A lot of people do know who Run the Jewels are. It's mainly because of fucking Mike from Atlanta. He's a
Killer Mike.
advocate.
Oh,
Yeah, and he's been on the Breakfast Club. He's been on the like talk shows. He's been on TV. I think he's in a movie, maybe.
And now he owns a bank.
But
Yeah.
he's been out.
So
Yeah, so
Greenwood
yeah,
Bank.
is it cryptocurrency or is it a bank?
It's a real bank. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
he's been on the news a lot. So
But give Megan her props. This was actually her debut album, even though she's been around for a while, and obviously she rose to real deal fame in 2020. Everybody was talking about that WAP video and all that.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
you know,
I
it
didn't
was a
listen-
good album.
I never heard it. I haven't listened to the album. Maybe I should. All right.
You saw the
Alright.
video though? You saw the video.
I
for
saw a
Watch,
WAP video,
right?
but I was not a fan of a lot of recent rap.
We can't.
So
We can't
yeah.
sure. Prodigy, you figure out your stuff, or
I ain't figured out shit. Keep going.
all right. So we have one of the hotly debated categories next up is Game of the Year.
Ooh.
The nominees are Doom Eternal,
Wow.
Animal Crossing: New Horizons, Spider-Man: Miles Morales, Assassin's Creed: Valhalla, Among Us, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Persona 5 Royale, The Last of Us Part 2, and Sackboy: A Big Adventure. And the winner is Ghost of Tsushima.
Ooh, very nice.
Beat out Last
Yeah,
of Us 2.
just barely.
Wow.
Just barely beating out Last of Us Part 2. But
good shit.
Ghost of Tsushima is a pretty damn good game. I just finished it 2 days ago.
I think it's funny how
Very nice.
Swole Abbey got the FAP award, but the game didn't win Game of the Year. That shit's hilarious.
Yeah,
We
look
still
up
got.
Sword Ivy. I don't even know what Sword Ivy looks like.
Really?
She's
you played the
swole.
game though.
No,
No,
I've
I
never
don't
played
think
the
I
Last of
have
Us
played
game.
the game.
Oh, it's
wow.
really good. You should play it.
Definitely so.
Yeah. We still got to do a
Uh,
raid. Raid number 2.
Raid 2 and 3. Anyway, Blue, you got the next one.
Next up we have Best New Comic, because there's only one. Decorum, is that right?
Decorum.
Decorum. We have Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia, duh. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, Death Metal, X of Swords, Crossover, and Punchline, the new one from DC. And the winner is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, with more, well, probably the highest number of counts of all the awards in
Yeah.
there.
Very
It
nice.
Crushed the competition.
Yeah.
Clear.
Clear
Like,
sweep.
I mean, with that #1 issue going and people fighting over it and the high
That's-
resale value.
That's all that's out. There's only one.
Yeah.
Like,
and
where are the
I mean,
rest?
I've seen the second print issue, and I mean, that one sold out too.
Yeah, but
So I was
there's no
just like,
number
damn.
2. Like, where the hell's number 2?
Oh, I don't know. No idea. But I've seen the second print of the first one, and that one's still sold out. So apparently the first issue, like the first print, is worth a lot.
Yeah, it is. And I have it, but I'm just waiting on number 2. Oh, I guess it comes out in February? Jesus.
It's a long wait.
Yeah,
Well, it's February right now, so,
I know.
you know, not too long. But it's sometime this month.
There you go.
That's quite
Yeah,
strange.
but I'm just saying, wasn't that a pretty big gap though from one till now?
Yeah, really
I
big
feel like it
gap.
was.
Yeah, so they dropped one comic and yeah, they won. It's a good comic, but yeah, it's weird.
I loved it. Go ahead.
Oh, is it me or Blue?
It's you.
I
Blue
did
just
it.
went.
All right,
It's a new comic of the year.
and I gotta pull it back up. Where'd it go? Sorry, guys. There we go. Comic of the okay. So I'm doing best comic of the year, not new comic.
Yeah, you're doing best comic.
I'm doing best comic of the year. All right. So Batman, Joker War, Bitter Root, Exo Swords, Far Sector, Superman smashes the Klan,
The hell?
Immortal Hulk, Decorum, King in Black, and Empire. And the winner is Batman, Joker War, which is fantastic.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's weird. So this is weird to me because the clear winner for weeks was Immortal Hulk. Immortal Hulk
It's a good one.
had the lead, and all of a sudden Joker War just came up. I mean, I really want to read Bitter Root too. I was hearing about it and I
great.
totally forgot about it, and I never got a chance to read it.
Joker War. I will say this: it had some great like aftermath comics. You know, like
Yeah.
actually, Punchline was really even an aftermath comic from the Joker War, really. So
Wait,
I think
is that part of Death Row Records?
the aftermath. God damn it. Yeah, but yeah. So I think that probably helped it. I would suspect just because people were still talking about it and looking at the repercussions. You even have that Clown Hunter character as a direct result from it, and so a lot of the Batman lore was changed this year after Joker War.
Yeah, and also it leads in a even future state. You know, everybody was all like, "Oh, Batman's black," no, fucking crying. But it's like if you actually read the comics, you'd understand why. Like they led up to it the whole way, and they're still. I mean, Bruce Wayne is still sort of around, so
Yeah.
people just need to read comics and shut up before they just blast it because he's black now. It's like get out of here.
What? So isn't Azrael black in the comics?
I don't think so.
Because I don't remember seeing his face, but
I was going to say I've never seen his face, but I've never got the impression that he was either.
yeah, in the games it's implied that he might be black, but you never see his face. But he was Batman for a little bit, and then I guess the Signal. I mean, even though he's part of the Bat family, I guess you can imply that he's basically Black Batman
Yeah,
or Batwing.
Yeah.
he's a bat person.
Yeah,
He's
same
bat
with,
adjacent.
Batwing.
And Duke.
Yeah.
Duke is certainly in the Bat family.
The Signal.
Wait, isn't the symbol? Isn't that Duke? Isn't he from the He's from the Robin Wars, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He was introduced there. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I figured. I was like, yeah. All right, cool.
All right. So next category, we have Best Male Celebrity of 2020, and the nominees are Shad Gaspard, Jack Quaid, Jonathan Majors, William Zabka, Joe Biden, Pedro Pascal, and Giancarlo Esposito. And the winner is Giancarlo Esposito.
Damn.
Another landslide.
Yeah.
I mean, he did have both The Boys and Mando, two big shows this past year.
Yeah.
Well, the other show he's also in is the Better Call Saul. He's on that show as well.
Is that still
It's a
running?
prequel. Yeah, it's still
Oh
running.
wow, okay.
I think the last season's airing this season, or this year, I should say.
And he's going to be in Far Cry 6. Is
Far
that
Cry
it?
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on the cover.
Already got pushed
So-
back though, but like a lot of games,
Mhm.
it's fine. Just don't mess up and do like the Cyberpunk 2077 where you push it back and it's fucking trash still. Like, come on.
Went gold 2 months ago, still trash.
Yeah, they're still trying to patch it. I'm just like, the latest patch made the Xbox performance worse. I'm like, oh Jesus. The PS5 had a slight, slight improvement, but the Xbox across the board on the Xbox it has more problems.
So bad.
That guy's
Go ahead,
like the
Blue.
ultimate villain. Like he nails that fucking role. Like every time he acts it. Like he was even like he was very Steven and conniving in the what's the name of that movie with where technology goes black?
Oh, that's Revolution. And
Yeah,
that's a good
Revolution.
show.
Yeah, he was good in that.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
great in that. But
Yeah, he was
always
good in that.
movies.
He was basically like a steampunk Darth Vader kind of.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty awesome.
All right, next up we have Best Female Celebrity of 2020. First up we have Doja Cat. Then we have Naya Rivera, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Journey Smollett, how do you pronounce her name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Sure.
Claudia Conway, Kamala Harris, AOC, aka Alexandria
Ocasio.
Cortez, drug lord, Stacey Adams,
Nope,
Amanda
Abrams.
Collins.
Stacey Abrams.
Sorry, Abrams.
Adams would be shoes.
Yeah.
That's true. Amanda Collin, Karine Fukuhara, and Rosario Dawson. And the winner is Stacey Abram. Wait, nope. Yeah, Stacey Abram.
Yeah.
Abram.
I'm actually very proud that she won, honestly, because if y'all don't know who she is, you should probably look her up, and she's the reason why Joe Biden won. One of the reasons why he won, and the reason why Georgia flipped to blue. So she did a lot of good work. Even if you're a Republican or a Democrat, it's amazing like the work that she did, her 10-year plan that changed America. So yeah.
I'm gonna quote a famous comedian, Mitch Hedberg. Cardi B, if you won $1 million, her slice of the pie would be the people who would donate it to charity.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so confused. Okay.
No, it's
If you
a
think of it as
very
like
small
a pie,
percentage.
or like a pizza. Yeah, if you think of it as a pizza, her slice of pizza would be the slice of pizza of people who would donate their money to charity.
Oh, gotcha.
It's a really, really small percentage.
Gotcha.
Sure.
Okay.
All right, next up would be Best Movie of the Year. So we have The Five Bloods, Trolls World Tour, Bad Boys for Life. I forgot that came out last year.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that, I think, in the theaters. Yes, I did.
It did.
Might have been one of the last movies I
you
watched in the theaters. I think I did anyway. Over the Moon, A Life on Our Planet, Sonic the Hedgehog, My Life as a Zucchini, Tenet, Wonder Woman 84, and Death of 2020. And the winner is, my goodness, I didn't see this shit coming. It's Sonic the Hedgehog. I haven't even watched that movie. I can't believe that won.
Dude,
That's amazing.
Sonic the Hedgehog is a really good movie. Like
It was good.
for top video game movies.
That was another early drop before we went into lockdown, but I managed to see this in the theater as well.
I mean, good though, because I mean,
It's actually,
they fixed the
this was actually
movie.
the last movie I saw in the movie theaters before everything went down.
Wow.
I saw this
Then I turned
one
around and bought
late.
it.
I saw this one late. It actually, everyone's right. This one was pretty good. I put it above Detective Pikachu in terms of
Yeah,
like
same.
comic or I'm sorry, video game adaptations, and it also sets up a sequel. So
Oh yeah.
you know, it went
And
up.
it's so funny because like when the first trailer came out for this movie looked hot shit garbage, but like they went back, listened to the people, made the changes, and it just made it looks a whole lot better than what it would have looked like.
That's
This was-
right.
this was
They
a
did
shocker.
they pushed it back because Sonic looked awful, and the entire Sonic fan base and geek world said, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" And they did change it. They listened.
So I'm
Yeah, he looked like a little kid in a fucking cosplay costume, basically.
yeah. I'm glad that movie won because they went back and fixed it. And this is the first time where trolling a studio actually worked.
Mhm.
Here we go.
All right. So we move on to the next segment of the awards, which is the Rotten Eggplant Awards. And our first Rotten Eggplant Award goes to the category of TV and movies.
Mm.
The nominees for Rotten Eggplant TV movie the nominees are Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey, Pen 15 or Penis, Bad Hair, Hubby Halloween, The New Mutants, Fantasy Island, Monster Hunter, Artemis Fowl, and Wonder Woman 1984. And the winner is
Or the loser, rather.
Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Love it. Love
You would have had to eat mad shit if Wonder Woman had won, which it came close to winning.
Just only 3 votes.
There you go.
Only 3 votes separated it. So that's
it. Birds of
amazing.
Prey was way worse. Way worse. I just know that. I saw both of them. Fuck it. Anyway, keep going. Blue?
Next up, we have Rotten Eggplant for Game of 2020.
Ooh.
Wow, this one's a sweep too. First up, we have Marvel's Avengers, Resident Evil Resistance, Cyberpunk 2077, and Godfall. And the loser is these 2 games were horrible, but Marvel Avengers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy
Game
shit.
of last year.
It
By
wasn't
a lot.
Holy shit.
by a huge margin.
Yeah.
The closest one is like multitude behind.
Yeah, Cyberpunk is number 2, but I mean, Cyberpunk, even though the game had problems, the actual game itself, like if you actually got into it, it's enjoyable, like the story and all that stuff. But Marvel's Avengers are just like a hot fucking mess from the jump.
I mean, I had never, in all the years we've been on the air, I've never heard of like a AAA game with a whole bunch of like a known IP like this losing money for the studio. I still can't get over that. That's like the most shocking thing ever, that it was this loss for Square. That was huge, especially considering, again, I've said it a million times on here, we all know that the MCU is like reigns supreme, and literally in 2019, 1 year prior, they had Endgame, which is the biggest grossing movie of all fucking time. We know these characters and we love them. You know what I mean? And then they just came out with this shitstorm and it didn't fucking work.
Was it Marvel Adventures when they dropped the trailer for the game that we were like, why is the character's body so large but their head so small? Or was that a different game?
No idea.
I remember that being an issue, like the proportions of it, of all the characters was just way the fuck off.
I'll say this. I remember, I think it was on Twitter or something, Mile High Blurred, who's probably still in the chat, he was like, yo, why did I pay $60, $70 for this? I should have listened to y'all.
Yeah.
And there were quite a few others that were just angry at themselves for getting this. And again, it was a game that was like T for teen, so I'm sure there were some little kids that were fucking disappointed all over the world.
Yeah, I gave my honest opinions from the beta, and I was like, if they don't fix these things, this is going to be a problem, and they didn't fix those things, so they paid the price.
Do you remember, though, they tried to, like, at launch say, hey, just hold on, I know it's shit right now, but we're going to have Spider-Man at some point.
Yeah.
And people have fucking forgotten, moved the fuck on.
Nope. Yeah, because it's not...
Spider-Man with the little corn pieces.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's like
he still hasn't been released. He's supposed to be out this month, I guess.
Yeah, they're not going to pull a Hello Games. You know, they're not... Like, if you look at, like, a redemption story, Hello Games, they pulled it off, like, with No Man's Sky. They actually they took a lot of shit, rightfully so, from the beginning, and they've been continuously improving upon their game for free since the game launched like 3-4 years ago. I think it's more than 4 years ago at this point. But they're continuously putting out new content and making it better. But it's not going to happen with Marvel's Avengers. It's probably going to happen with Cyberpunk because they're continuing to do it. But yeah, they have a long way to go. Anyway, we're going to go to the next category, and that would be Rotten Eggplant Person. All right, so first up is Donald Trump, Kyle Rittenhouse, Derek Chauvin, Kayleigh McEnany, Rudy Giuliani, Mitch McConnell, Nancy Pelosi, and Kathy Yan. Damn. And the loser is, with a capital L and a capital everything else
asshole.
too. Yeah.
The biggest asshole
is Donald Trump. He lost by a landslide, rightfully so. Fuck that dude. What he did at the end of his presidency was shameful. He's a traitor and a coward. He deserves this.
It's all bad.
You,
And
you know what's funny is that the color for his award thingy is blue.
Yeah.
just to let you know, Prodigy, nobody voted for Kathy Ann.
They don't know
So-
her.
Sure.
She remains anonymous.
I know one person on this list is, well, maybe two people might be up for 2021.
Keep
Cal
going.
Rittenhouse.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Oh, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Keep
We
going.
shall see. So we have our dankest moment of the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic, which is basically 2020. So the nominees are the Red Dawn emails, Donald Trump getting COVID-19, Vanilla ISIS, the domestic terrorist plot on the Michigan governor.
That seems
George-
small potatoes now, doesn't it? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
George Floyd's murder, Megan Thee Stallion getting shot, the U.S. 2020 election, Homeland Security in Portland, which is them occupying parts of the city unannounced, the West Coast wildfires, and the 2020 U.S. presidential debates. And probably the dankest moment of 2020 COVID-19 pandemic is George Floyd's murder.
You know, I was thinking
Now,
about the
what's the-
insurrection, but I was like, that was this year. So it was only a couple
Nah,
days in.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that was January 6th, day that will probably live in infamy. Another day. But
Mhm.
yeah, George Floyd, his murder spawned off basically the BLM movement and a lot of division.
No, they,
Yeah, that's not accurate.
They had been going since Ferguson, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
It reignited.
Or reignited. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I meant
Yeah.
to say. Reignited. But
And I
there's
still
a
can't,
lot of
go
stuff.
ahead. I still can't believe that there are people out there that are trying to justify the guy's murder. Oh, he had his drugs in his system. Oh, get the fuck out of here. That's not how you treat somebody with drugs. Unless the guy's literally trying to kill a cop. You know what I mean? Then, yeah, you have some, self-defense. But that guy wasn't trying to kill a cop. He was already handcuffed. And they decided to decided to put him in a car, and then yank him out of the car, and then kill him. Like, come on.
Yep.
Get out of here. Watch the video.
The full
Making
video.
excuses. Yeah.
All right. And the final category.
Blue.
What is it? Best Blacker Than Black Times Infinity episode of 2020.
Infinity.
First, thanks. Always Biased episode 248. Mamba Out episode 249.
It's always unbiased. All right.
Oh, sorry, I'm biased. Sorry. I am the Law episode 277. Blurs Are King episode 276. And Generational Knowledge, a Real Black History episode. This was a legendary episode. And the winner is Generational Knowledge, a Real Black
Yay.
History episode. Yay.
Yeah.
Damn.
I haven't seen this yet, but I feel like we, as podcasters, as African American podcasters, we should try to definitely do a lot more of these before some of our elders pass. Try to get as much as we can from the civil rights movement stories. And basically, I mean, they weren't necessarily, out there in the streets. Maybe they were. Maybe they just knew the general climate or the area. I mean, we have access to these stories, and I think hopefully going forward we can get some of these and put them on the cast. And I think that will be super eye-opening to a lot of people, especially our listeners.
Part 2 coming this month. Then I'll let Mama Prodigy know.
That's excellent.
There you
Man. Yeah, I'm happy that won the best episode because actually this is like one of the.
What the fuck?
What was that?
noise?
I thought I was muted.
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh,
That was
oh my God!
that was gnarly. Go ahead.
Anyway, I'm glad that episode won because somebody actually in the suggestions when you have like things you want to add in is that somebody mentioned that I said that the podcast has changed and that they didn't mind, they like the changes, and that the podcast has evolved. Yeah, the only reason why I mentioned that it changed is because I don't know what our listeners really wanted from us per se, because like obviously it changed a lot from like when we first originally had the podcast. talking about these social and political issues is kind of more in the forefront now. Which, I mean, as long as people are listening and they're consuming these things, I'm all for it. Which our numbers have been great last year, and the fact that this episode won lets us know, at least me know, probably all of us know that we're going down the right direction as far as like what our listeners would like us to talk about. There's other things I want us to talk about too, but they don't mind and they're encouraging us to talk about these issues because it's hard to ignore these issues, especially last year because last year was so utterly fucked up. And being able to have our honest thoughts on these things and like having guests on to talk about these things, I think is pretty cool. If y'all have not listened to Generational Knowledge, Real Black History, definitely check that one out. It's with Prodigy's mom, and it's a great episode of somebody talking about how she grew up and things that she experienced in her life.
Yep.
Really quick, there's 2 awards we have to give out. They're honorary Golden Implant Awards. One goes to Ella Darling for being a guest on our show, and to Bunny Man. Both of them get honorary Golden Implant Awards for being our only guests of 2020.
Well, I think there was a third one too, right? There was a special one for Chadwick Boseman, who passed away.
Oh yes,
The Stanley Award.
no, we were gonna call. I forgot. We gave it a name last year, and I totally dropped the ball and didn't bring the name back. But yes, was it the Stanley Award? Maybe. But basically, the Stanley Award definitely goes to Chadwick Boseman, which we talked about.
One more, because I know Stitch is in the chat. He wasn't able to join us. Obviously, Kobe died last year, and we're going to do a special award for him too. I think he's worthy of it. He's obviously Stitch's favorite player. He had a huge impact. We talked about him quite a bit, not just on Better Than MJ and Kobe, but even on here. And so that had a whole lot of repercussions as well.
So there you go. That you just said it. So he won the Better Than MJ and Kobe award. Goes to Kobe Bryant.
There you go.
So
all right.
Did y'all read through all the suggestions? There's some good ones if you guys ever get a chance to go through them.
Some of them call y'all out. There's a lot of them that basically say Prodigy's a bitch.
God damn.
Everything else is.
You need to get a new webcam, old ninja. Seriously, get a new webcam.
That's just kind of a thing. But
No,
there's some.
It's not a thing, like
uh,
for real. Get one. We talked about it last year. I'll send you one if you want. Jesus Christ.
Wait, what? You can't see me? Oh, it's because.
No, I can see you, but you look terrible. Like.
Oh well, I'm old, so there you
No,
go.
it's that yee ass haircut he got.
Yeah.
That too. We're in a pandemic. I ain't trying to look fly for nobody. There's actually a pretty lengthy feedback for you, Cronus, in the feedback, and then
You wanna go over it?
that's up to him. I mean, it's not like super personal or anything, but I guess you had a discussion with somebody and they had some feedback.
It's kind of what I just said, wasn't it? The one that's like specifically to me says my name in it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know who wrote this, but I can read it word for word if you'd like. Says, hi, Cronus said that the podcast has changed. I personally don't think it has changed, but I believe it has evolved. I believe the listeners have evolved over the past 300 episodes, which is a good point. I know I have as a person. There is more conversations and discussions about politics, etc., than in previous years, but with America being the way that it is hard to not discuss Trump's actions as well as brainwash cults, as well as his brainwash cults actions. Just keep up the great work. Some weeks my mental health would be down, and listening to you all laugh and have fun, even though it's all virtual, helps pick me up, even though it's just for a short while. So thank you very much for your feedback. We really appreciate it, and we're glad that we can bring some chuckles your way, along with some real life shit.
Yeah.
Keep your head
There's
up.
one for Prodigy saying Prodigy should stop being a hater and buy his girl a Nintendo Switch.
You should.
God
Yeah.
damn, I
don't-
think I know who that fuck is. That is, but
I have
yeah.
no idea who would have left that one. Actually, one of these I actually know. It's a slight to Doja Cat. I know who posted this one, but they are not a fan. I think
There's a few people on here that want to add a category to the award show, and I'm not sure
I
I'm
see
very
it.
comfortable having that.
I see. There's actually a few requests for
Yeah,
us
like
to add
4.
a male porn star category.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? You
I
make
thought
your
you-
own fucking award. Like,
This
fuck
guy,
you.
this fucking
Like,
Hayden.
Jesus Christ. We're not pleasing everybody.
milk.
You know what I mean?
That's all bad. I mean, we got flack for the hashtag White Girls of the Future Award and Black Girl Magic Award. We kind of combined them all into one. This one's interesting. Best sex scene in movies. I mean,
But you know what's funny though? Like they don't have as nearly as many as they used to.
yeah,
You know
it's
what I
not the
mean?
90s anymore. 90s, they
Like-
were doing all kinds of shit. Nowadays, everyone's dying. Or
Well, now
they're just...
now in movies we're seeing a lot more male junks in movies. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
more than before.
yeah.
Fuck.
Let's get back to the scene.
Someone says less foodish. I'm down with that.
I mean,
Fuck
they
yeah.
asked for they asked for a male porn star like 3 times. But yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Uh,
Sorry, y'all.
Actually, it's more than 3. It's like
it more than 3?
4 to 5.
Yeah, it's probably
Dang.
our dwindling, I guess, a female audience after this. But I know me personally, I don't watch porn for male porn stars. To be personally,
Yeah, exactly.
I actually don't even watch that much porn with dudes in it. So there's that.
There you
personal
There you
preference.
go.
Someone asked. I guess someone really liked the album of the year category, so they're suggesting more music stuff like best new artist or something, or new albums being released, something like or whatnot. So
We'll try.
kinda interesting.
Problem is that most music is kind of, to me, garbage, especially rap.
yeah.
You know? It's been like, it's so terrible.
Uh,
I can't. You know what?
someone
I have an
Oh,
XM
sorry.
channel, and every now and again I'll try to turn on, you know, like the modern hip hop shit. And I'm just like, this is so bad. Like some of the lyrics in these songs are so garbage. Like they're barely even rhyming. First of all, and I'm just like, how do you consider yourself a rap artist when first of all you're rapping the word with the same word, or not even trying to rhyme at all, and like what they're rapping about is nothing I'm interested in. So it's just like, to me, a lot of it is just trash. So, but I will try to listen to more music, more new music this year.
Like I know Cronus and I we're doing a lot of audiobooks now. It'd be kind of cool to add like a book category on there.
Oh
'Cause I know you go through a lot of books, and I like do like 1 or 2 books a month. But yeah, throwing some books on there would probably be cool for next year.
Yeah,
Possibly,
the roach
yeah.
would have been a good one.
Because we've
Right,
been
so
giving
fucking good.
y'all, most of y'all, especially Cronus and Prodigy, y'all been giving out book recommendations almost all of 2020. So
Yeah.
Even before that, but yeah.
yeah, that could be a definitely good one. I mean, based on our opinion on how we like certain books, I think we could definitely add that one. Someone said we should add like artist, like an artist one, like people submit art, and I guess we're supposed to
That would
pick
be
our
cool.
best artist. I think that'd be cool, but I'm not an artist, so
You can
I don't
still
know how to.
you still have an opinion though, like what you think looks cool.
Yeah, I just have an
What-
opinion, but I think
I'm sorry, I'm confused. So you're talking about like painting art, like drawing shit?
I think we're talking to like people who do art digitally. So if they're doing
Okay.
like digital artists and they do submit to the cast, but like we usually don't like comment on art unless it's a comic, and we don't really go too in depth into it. But I mean, if y'all are open to it, I mean, maybe we could have it on the Discord thing. I don't know.
The only thing that makes me feel a little sketchy on that, and I know we're getting into the weeds a little bit, but I remember like that at Fanime, what was it, 19? That one asshole who was like, I found
That
something
female
on. No, I found something online, and he was like, "Oh, this is mine, and you guys are capitalizing off it."
Yeah.
I just want to be real
Yeah.
careful about that shit, because some of these artists are fucking nuts. Not all, but you know, I don't want to hurt any feelings. I'm not an art critic or anything,
Yeah,
but I also want to be real careful
That-
on like, you know, how we approach that.
Yeah, that guy acted like we're
Exactly.
like we pretend like we made that art and that we're making money off of
Okay.
it, which we definitely were not. It was in a fucking slideshow.
Yes.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
Where we weren't selling anything or being paid. You
No,
know what I
no,
mean?
not at all.
In fact, we're giving shit away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And that guy, if he was cool about it, he could have got a decent shout out for his artwork, but he kind of was a dick, so he got.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Fuck that dude.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
got a problem saying that either.
Well, one cool with the podcast last week, like with the guests that we had on here, like a lot of their audio was really good. And when I went back and listened to the podcast, I realized my audio was shit. So I'm definitely gonna buy like a decent podcasting mic because I'm just using my laptop mic and it's not cutting it.
That was
I
another.
never realized the audio quality was so fucking bad.
Yeah, that was another criticism. Was the. I mean, obviously, everybody knows, like, because of COVID, obviously we're all remote now. So when we're all in the studio, everything sounds great, but we're all the same equipment, anymore. So the quality of the podcast, as far as audio goes, took a hit. But that's gonna happen. If you guys can buy different mics, please do so. But I know it's difficult to know how to set all that shit up. So, but a decent USB mic will work. So, but I think Prodigy, you're on your phone, aren't you?
I'm on my phone. I don't know how it is in terms of quality.
Yeah,
Is it okay?
Nah, it's not the quality that we used to have. That's probably the main complaint. Same thing with the video quality. So, yeah. We're trying our best.
So that would conclude our Golden Advance of 2020. So we already got stuff going already for 2021. There's already been some events and stuff, so should be interesting. So it's award season, folks. We just dropped the dankest awards of 2020 on y'all. So
all right, I'm gonna switch gears a little bit. Kronos was telling me about a show on HBO Max, Warrior. And actually, you set it up, Kronos. You told us a little bit about it in the chat, but I don't know if you've talked about it on air at all.
I don't think I have. Give me 1 second here. I just gotta type something fucking loudly, I guess. Sorry, I got this mechanical keyboard. Yeah, so Warriors is a really cool show that's on. I think it was on Cinemax, but now it's part of HBO Max. And it's based on Bruce Lee's writings, and his daughter Shannon Lee actually produces the show. So it's basically about an immigrant that comes over to a Chinese immigrant that comes over to America and immigrates through San Francisco, and so he ends up being part of Chinatown and all these like tongs, which are basically Chinese gangs, and dealing with the Irish immigrants. And it's shortly after, well, not shortly, it's a little bit after the Civil War, so there's still like animosity about that in the South, even though it's based in California. There's like and it's like super racist, obviously, because back then everything was fucking super racist, and the action is really top notch. So, and they have this really cool thing that they do in the show when they start speaking Mandarin, but then they'll like do like this weird noise where it, like they won't do subtitles, they'll just switch to English. So, but that they're still speaking Mandarin. So they're just doing it for like the American audience. But the way they do it is like, it's really cool. And like just having all these different factions in San Francisco, and like you get people getting hacked up by fucking hatchets and shit, and just like bludgeoned to death, and all this crazy stuff happening, and all these different leaders and stuff. But I think it's like one of the best shows that came out in a while. I don't know why it's so under the radar. Like it's up there. Like the action is top notch. People get fucked up in this show, like really bad. So I was like surprised when I was watching somebody just get basically gutted, and I was just like, all right, well, I guess this is happening. So if you get a chance to check it out, it has some of probably the best hand-to-hand combat on TV right now, and I think it's in season 2, maybe 3 at this point. I'm still watching season 1.
I couldn't agree more. This was a super strong recommendation, and I literally checked it out fucking last night. I'm going to use a phrase from my fellow Clark Atlanta alum, Bomani Jones. It has big hi-ya energy. This is like some super duper hi-ya energy. And I love the fact that like the new immigrants, the Chinese immigrants, like they're called onions. And I was like, I've never heard of someone being called an onion.
Yeah.
I was like, that seems really insulting. But it also seems like something that is like, very specific to someone who's like fresh, quote unquote, fresh off the boat. And literally, you follow him from like getting off the boat in San Francisco and going through immigration and kicking a whole lot of ass. I would be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that not only does it have incredible fucking fighting, but there's Asian fucking titties all over this shit. Like you go to whorehouses, there's blood.
So,
this is an adult, mature, rated, ass-kicking fucking show, and I've only watched the fucking pilot. This is lit.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What are you gonna say,
I'm
Blue?
sold on this. You have me at Asian titties and fucking. I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. I was on the fence at first, but that didn't kick me over into the next yard.
Well, you know what was also great about the show? Something that I probably talked to Bunny Man about is that you're finally getting to see like Asian men be actually masculine as far as like sex goes. Because usually, like when you watch like kung fu flicks, the dude, like the male lead, usually doesn't even. If he gets a kiss, I'd be surprised. But in this one, like they're fucking. Like there's a lot of them that are just they're fucking. So it's just like, all right, get some pussy. All right, you know. But it's so rare that I have to make it a point is that it still to this day you have like this ambiguous ass kicking Asian guy that you know can't even look at a pair of tits on American TV normally.
Meanwhile, he's like super ripped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, got the leading man quote unquote looks, and yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, Curtis. It's weird. Like you'd be like, hey, he'd be knee deep in some pussy, you know, in normal like scenarios. But in this one, I love the fact that it's not just the leading guy getting a whole bunch of pussy.
Oh yeah.
There's other Asian gangsters that are just like, man, my fucking dick works. I'm going all the way in on these whores. But it's not. It has a little bit of like, I don't know if you watched the HBO show Deadwood that had the In the Wild Wild West with Timothy Oliphant or whatever.
I know what you're talking about, but I haven't watched it. Yeah.
It has a little bit of Deadwood to it, meets I guess a 70s Bruce Lee-esque kind of film, even though it takes place in like the cowboy west,
like 1700s
San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's also interesting
weird.
is the choice of music is actually really excellent too, because they use like this modern sort of Asian hip hop vibe to it, which is it's really good. Like it even though it doesn't sound like it would fit in the show, but it really does.
Yeah. And for whatever reason, even though they had like that movie in the 70s called Chinatown that had almost nothing to do with Chinatown. Chinatown, especially SF Chinatown, has all this rich history and lore. Even Bay Area folks don't know about it, and it's deserved a fucking gangster drama series for fucking years. I mean, even to this day, remember who was that guy that San Francisco Chinatown gangster that went to jail like multiple times?
Yeah,
is it infamous.
Something boy, sandwich boy. What is it called?
Shrimp boy.
Shrimp boy. I think it's shrimp boy. Yeah.
Yeah,
something like that.
I mean, they've had gangsters for over 140 fucking years in Chinatown. Like, it's time to get some gangster movies about them.
Yeah, Shrimp Boy, Raymond Chow. That was his name.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Shrimp Boy while watching this. I was like, oh, he's just like Homeboy on this show. That one song, you know. Anyway, it's good.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. I was watching Bad Boy, Bad Kid, the kid who had like leukemia and stuff, and they transferred San Francisco into Gotham. And at the time, Mayor, the Asian guy, what's his name?
Mayor Lee.
Yeah, Asian Mayor Lee. He passed away. He had like a heart attack while I was in San Francisco, and there was always some rumors that Shrimp Boy had him killed off.
You're just putting baseless shit out there on the web. God damn.
Well, no, that's what the web was saying. So I'm not putting it out on the web. I'm just reading what the web said.
We have no proof of any of that.
Wait, hold on. He got thrown in jail for a while. I think basically fucking forever. Yeah, I think I read somewhere it was like it's over 100 counts of like various crimes and racketeering, and it's a pretty insane number of allegations.
You talking about Shrimp Boy? He has it's murder, conspiracy to commit murder, robbery, aggravated assault, illegal possession of firearms, racketeering. It's all bad.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. His page. Oh yeah, here it is. He's found guilty on 162 counts, including murder in aid of racketeering, conspiracy, conspiring to murder another rival, receiving and transporting stolen liquor across state lines, and money laundering.
Damn.
162 counts. God damn.
Damn.
That's some gangster ass shit.
Free Shrimp Boy shirts, you know. No.
Yeah.
Probably. Cronus had me thinking, like, there's literally only 2 shows that I can think of where the Asian male lead had, like, he literally got some. One was Into the Badlands, where he got some, and the other one's Altered Carbon, because him and Well, because Falconer,
Oh, yeah,
and
somebody's
him were like all into it. And it was a black woman and an Asian man. They had like a heated affair.
somebody's hearing right now. What about The Walking Dead? Yes, The Walking Dead too. All right, calm down.
But I mean, yeah, there's a Walking
But
Dead.
it's-
But is he really the lead?
Yeah, well, it's different in this show where they're like, we're getting some pussy right now. Like, there's no fucking romance. You know what I mean? There's no kissing. You know, oh honey, how you doing? No, just like you getting this dick.
Well,
Then you get the
the
fuck
world
out.
is an ending.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Good fights, true
Well, Jackie Chan-
frontal nudity. This is it, man. I can't wait. I'm literally gonna watch some all this weekend. I'm gonna get caught up on season 1.
Well, Jackie Chan got a kiss from the one Mexican chick in Rush Hour 2.
Yeah, a kiss.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
The same thing. So Jackie Chan's in a movie with Jennifer Love Hewitt, and their romance thing didn't even take off. Like they didn't even hold hands
Yeah.
in that.
That's
and
typical.
that was like that was weird to me.
And the funny thing to me is, like, Jackie Chan has had groupies for like 50 years, like in terms of like millions of adoring fans.
Yeah.
Like, you can't tell me Jackie don't have like all the pussy coming at him like for years and years and years. So I don't know. That it's racist. That's why I don't understand it. But it's racist bullshit. And again, I'm glad that this is breaking down some of the stereotypes. But I can't like dismiss how fucking just fun this is. It feels like a breath of fresh air in terms of it doesn't feel like any other show I'm watching. So kudos to the Lee family for making this happen. And I know fucking Bruce Lee would be fucking loving this. I know it.
Yeah. All right, what are we going on to next, gentlemen?
Can we talk about Attack? Oh, sorry.
Damn.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I want to know more about this Lupin show that someone's been
Oh.
talking about.
I only watched
But-
the first one, but yeah, it's pretty good so far.
Oh yeah, we could do Loop. Yeah, man. I mean, whew.
Yeah, what is this? What is?
Okay.
Someone break it down.
Not,
Go ahead and set
not
up,
based off
Roger.
Lupin the Third, right?
Well, Lupin is
No.
basically, well, it's a thief, so.
Yeah. So this is, I think his name is Omar Sy, if I'm not mistaken. He is in Paris. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's in Paris, France, and basically, not to give too much away, his father's an immigrant, and when he was a young boy, some stuff goes down with some allegations, and his father gets put in jail. Let's just say that. In any event, it all centers around a piece of extremely expensive jewelry, and that jewelry is now in the Louvre in Paris. Lupin is brilliant, like scary mastermind brilliant, and he has a plan to fucking steal some extremely famous jewelry in the hope of clearing his family name in a lot of ways. But it feels a lot like a I don't know, the old school, not old school, the ones from the 2000s Ocean's movie almost, in terms of like the caper and mastermind kind of thing.
Yeah.
Are you watching it, Kronos, in like the dub or the sub? I'm sure you're doing sub.
Yeah, I'm watching subtitles. So this show is so good. Okay, so first of all, it's in French. And anybody that knows me, especially K-Mac, if there's something in French, I usually say, ho, ho, ho. I'm a fucking asshole like that. The whole time this whole show, I watched the whole episode, didn't say that even once. I was just like, this is very interesting. So, this is some interesting shit. Yeah, the show is, it's really well done. It's pretty well acted. The way that he sets up his first scheme in the first episode was really good, even though I kind of knew what was happening partway through, like what was going to happen. But it was still really good. And the fact that they're weaving in like this sort of revenge story into it is really good. I think it's only like 5 episodes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'll check out the rest hopefully the next day or so. But I have a lot of other stuff to catch up on. So.
Anybody else watch it?
No, I have no idea what it was about, but I saw that it was trending. Apparently, more people are getting into it, so I wanted to know what it was before I even like delved into it.
Just to put into context, like the numbers according to Netflix, and they're kind of cagey with some of their numbers from time to time, but they're saying it's like up there with a Queen's Gambit level numbers, or even Witcher numbers in terms of it being a a huge fucking hit, and especially for something that isn't in native English, that's pretty fucking big.
Yeah, it's well deserved, especially with a Senegalese lead. At least that's I don't know if it's Senegalese in real life, but in the show that's what he is, right? So,
Yep.
yeah, it's cool to see like somebody of African descent like doing a role like this, like a caper role, and he's a gentleman thief. So
Yeah.
Oh, like what's that? The movie with Pierce Brosnan and Rene Russo, where he was like stealing, but that guy was rich and stealing like from rich people.
Oh, there was I
can't
was
think
going
of
to
the
my
name.
head. I lost it. I was gonna say Ethan Hawke, but no, that had
Was it
Bruce
Remington
Willis in
Steele?
it.
That's not the one, right?
No. Even though he was a thief in Remington Steele too, but no, it's actually a remake of an older movie.
What?
Damn, I can't think of it right now, but
You said
it'll
Chris
come to me in a
Rock.
minute.
Either-
What's up?
What's the actor's name again?
Pierce Brosnan.
We'll get it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's definitely worth checking out. I think I have 2 more episodes to finish up, so I'll probably do that literally this weekend. I would love to see this guy. I want to see this actor in more things. I don't know how his English is. If his English is very good, I'd love to see him in some like fun American or Western movies as well. But we'll see.
Yeah, only for our benefit. Fuck everybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
Are we team fuck Gabby?
It was the
Yeah.
Thomas Crown Affair.
There
Oh,
you
Thomas
go.
Crown.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thomas Crown. There you go.
Are we team fuck Gabby?
Yeah, I am. Fuck her.
Old Ninja, did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Are you
I
team
saw it
fuck
the
Gabby?
day
Or are you waffling on team fuck Gabby?
No, I'm not waffling it, but now I know what to troll you with. That's all.
Oh, damn. Attack on Titan had another banger. Who wants to set it up?
Hold on a second.
Oh, someone.
No, I'm good. I was chewing gum, and I was trying not to like chew gum on the podcast. Yeah, so on this last episode of Attack on Titan, basically the people from Paradise, they had a fucking plan on using an airship to get the fuck out of there, and I was like, their plan was pretty fucking dope. So at the beginning of the episode, Reiner and Eren start fighting, and it comes to a really quick conclusion that hey, we're out of energy. Like, Eren blocked a punch and threw a punch and fucked up Reiner pretty bad. But he was like, we're both kind of out of energy, and Reiner got the Jaw Titan back, so he couldn't be eaten by Eren. Because now at this point, Eren has the Founder power and the what was it called, the Hammer Titan, the Warhammer Titan power.
Yep,
Yeah.
Warhammer.
Which he hasn't used yet. So we'll see what's going to happen there. That should be interesting. So they decided to go retreat and do the rest of the plan, and just get the fuck out of Dodge. And go back to Paradise with what they have. They pretty much devastated a good portion of the Marleyans, and on their way out, Gabby, who was one of the little kids, she was just like, "Fuck that! I got to kill Eren. I'm gonna go kill that dude. And it was crazy because like, how's this little kid gonna possibly catch up with an airship? But apparently, because of anime, I guess she did. she after getting into an argument about why you shouldn't chase them, because the other guy, I forget the kid's name, but
Falco?
Falco was like, apparently we did some pretty fucking messed up stuff to them, and that's why they came back. And she was like, "But were you there?" And he was like, "Well, no." And I was just like, "Really? Like, that's your logic? But were you there?" But Reiner said he did it, so like, he killed a bunch of kids. He didn't care. He destroyed like a whole portion of the population. He didn't care.
That fucking
Anyway.
kid.
Gabby was seeing red. She was like, fuck that. Eren's got to die. So she ends up, most of the people that were part of the Paradise group, they're already on the airship, and they're just left behind one rear guard kind of just dangling from the back, shooting anybody that got close. And Gabby did some run and slide, I'm going to snipe your ass in the fucking face shit. And I was like, all right, little kid. Like, I didn't know you could do that, but all right. She just murdered this dude. And he was on one of those zip lines that helps, the 3D gear, whatever thing they call it. So he fucking flops down to the ground, but the line is still going out. So she takes his gun, figures out how to use it, how to retract it to get back onto the airship. And Falco was like, "I don't think you should go. We should just stay because, like, this is just basically gonna be revenge." And she was like, yeah, fuck that. And she zips up, and then Falco hangs on. So they get on to the airship, and then Gabby was just like, fuck. She just starts opening fire, and fucking Sasha gets shot. I was like,
Potato
man.
girl.
Yeah. I was like, dude, are you serious? Like, the hungry one gets shot. Anyway, you want to go on from there? There was some other.
Her last words were meat. Like, she was a hungry girl to the end, man. Like,
She's
what
talking
the
about dick,
fuck?
though.
Go
She
ahead,
was
old
thirsty.
It's funny because I think she asked like 2 or maybe 3 times, like, when do we eat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, when do we
Damn.
eat? We did all this killing, and we were back to the airship. We're heading back to base. I'm hungry. Killing's hungry work. And they didn't see. They didn't. I guess everyone figured like the sentry guard was back, and they didn't pay him no mind. They didn't look to see check on his well-being. And there's two pre-teens there, one with the rifle, and just when they look, it's too late. Sasha takes it right through the heart, and they go down. But then like they see what happens, and the whole squad descends on them, and just like a brutal like 1992 fucking Crenshaw beatdown. They just beat the shit out of these fucking kids. Like literally, you just see face, fist. It's just going back and forth, and then like
Just fuck them kids.
they're like fuck them kids. Literally, they fucked them up, and they're about to kill them. And
It was
someone, I don't remember who it was, but he pulled them away and said, "Hey, we can't kill them. We need to like keep them alive."
It almost reminded me of that great JoJo's Part 5 Golden Wind beatdown, except it didn't have someone sipping wine and
Yeah.
then joining in. You know?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Hold on, real quick before we talk about that. Omar Sy was in X-Men: Days of Future Past. That motherfucker was Bishop.
Oh,
So yes,
shit.
he does speak English.
Okay, his English is good enough.
Yeah.
That motherfucker needs to be in more American films. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
he was in a bunch of stuff. He's the voice of Hot Rod too in Transformers, the one that nobody watched.
Wait, which one?
Yeah.
I probably watched them all.
And he's gonna be in Jurassic
Oh.
Jurassic World.
Oh,
So there you
that
go.
makes
More
sense.
Omar Sy. Come on.
That makes sense because Hot Rod had a French accent in Transformers.
Yeah,
Now I know why.
he'll be in the next Jurassic World Dominion.
Oh,
Good
oh
shit.
shit.
Good shit.
Anyway, back to Attack on Titan.
Back to Attack on Titan. So they beat the kids up. Then we find out another reveal because I didn't see this coming. It's in the front compartment of where the beatdown's going. You have Mikasa. You have to do this without you, Jaeger, the Jaeger brothers, the Jaeger cousins, or whatever. It's like what the hell. We also had shit. What's his name? Levi. Levi is giving fucking Aaron all kinds of hell. He literally punches the shit out of him. He's like, hey, a bunch of people died because you fucked up.
Yep.
And he's like, what you talking about? I was like, dude, a lot of people didn't have to die. You wanted to exact some kind of fucked up revenge. We had a mission. You kind of went off mission, and a bunch of people died.
I ought to have been like, you talking about the Marleyans? Because, yeah, he killed a lot of Marleyans. I'm just saying.
So I figured Levi was more mad because there was a lot of civilian casualties, but
No,
they don't really.
I think
he doesn't really express it.
Oh, I think he cared about the Paradise casualties.
That's
more
what
than
I got the
civilians,
impression
yeah.
of
I don't
as
think he gave
well.
a shit about anybody else.
So yeah, well, I wasn't sure if it was both or just one of them, but I
I
wasn't
think it's just
quite.
Paradise.
But still, they lost a lot of people, and then someone from the back comes in and tells them that Sasha's been shot. So that adds another list, someone to the list of who they lost, and they're like, we don't think she's gonna make it. And then that's when Armin and Misaka go back there, and they're trying to resuscitate her, but she looks like she's dead. And her last word, like Prodigy said, is meat. And she's just bleeding out all over the floor. She doesn't make it. It's just all bad. So then this is another one that Aaron has to live with. And Aaron asks what Sasha's last words were. And then he remembers like the times in the past where she was training with them. She had like literally a big ass thing of meat attached to her like coat.
Yep.
So she was ODMing around with fucking beef jerky strapped to her almost 24/7.
That girl
so-
loved that meat.
So yeah, it was, a lot of people were kind of. I had to avoid a bunch of these spoilers. I knew someone was going to die. I just didn't know who, so I had to dance around social media and make sure no one spoiled it for me. So it's kind of fucked up.
They also did flirt with the idea of just throwing Gabby's punk ass and Falco right out the fucking airship.
True.
Yeah, I was like,
You know.
I'm kind of okay with that.
Yeah,
Fuck them kids.
Damn.
You know. So, but Gabby's jaw was on the fucking floor when she sees Zeke up in that airship. She's like, "What the fuck is going on here? Why are you with the goddamn enemy? The what does he call them? The devils or
Yeah,
The Devils of Paradise Island.
I think that she's gonna get turned around when she's gonna see like actually what Reiner did to that city, because like that one dude, the leader, he laid it down. He was like, yeah, if we left them alone, we would have been fine. But we're gonna do a preemptive strike because we're worried that they're gonna come out anyway. And I was just like,
Yep.
yeah, that's pretty stupid. And then once they had that whole plan, I was just like, damn, because the plan wasn't just, you know, Aaron's thing was like kind of on his own, but they had a plan after Aaron came that Aaron didn't know about. That had to do with, you know, setting up the air balloon thing, fortress, whatever, and then using the giant Titan to basically drop a nuke on their asses too, and destroy their whole fucking navy and part of their whole city. And yeah, it was an amazing piece of strategy that they used to just strike at the heart, and they just destroyed pretty much all of the head military people. So that's what Aaron fucking ate them all. So
Yeah.
or smashed
If
them.
it wasn't, well, and he also devastated a good portion of their military personnel.
Yeah, and took out one of their most powerful titans, the Warhammer. And I think was that the only one that died?
Yeah,
think so.
The other one was the girl, the cart titan.
She's
she
alive,
was still
though.
alive, but she's
Yeah.
real fucked up.
She'll live though.
Didn't he eat two? Didn't Aaron eat two?
I thought he did.
He might have.
He was gonna eat the jaw titan, but he didn't get a chance to.
Okay.
Yeah, he about to.
He got snatched up by Reiner. So
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, they still got what 3 titans. But you know, in Paradise they have 3. Well, technically 4.
Where is Annie alive? I'm sorry, I'm so confused.
I
They
don't
never
know.
went back. She's still. Last time I saw her, she's still encased, very similar to what the Warhammer did.
Well, no,
So we haven't seen her since.
no, because she was the jaw titan, wasn't she?
Jaw Titan's the Jaw Titan's a brunette, and she was still healing inside one of the spots.
Oh,
She
yeah,
said she
yeah.
was too weak to,
You're right,
to
you're
help
right,
out.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
So
I don't
we
know
haven't
what's up
seen
with Annie. Yeah,
We've seen her dad. Her dad was at the ceremony.
I don't even know what her
Well, we
titan is
haven't
called,
seen
because her titan is very close to like what Aaron does. Like, it's more of like a
Yeah, it's like a
versatile
combat one,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
hand to hand. Anyway, we'll see.
Yeah, most people refer to her as the female Titan.
Yeah, there you go.
She does. I don't know about her abilities. I guess her abilities that she can run really fast as a Titan.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of them move as fast as she does. So maybe the closest is Aaron, but apparently she can run really fast in her Titan form. So
This shit was wild. I can't stand fucking Gabby. I really miss Sasha in a lot of ways because she just was like the kind of a heartwarming character on the, you know what I mean, for the team, the scouts, you know, like she wasn't all bloodthirsty and shit, and she wasn't quite as badass as Misaka or Levi or anybody, but like that fucking meat shit and that potato shit, that was one of the funniest parts of this show
from the get-go,
you know?
especially in the beginning when she's getting her ass whipped about stealing food. She's like, "Fuck
Yeah,
that!
yeah.
I'm hungry. I don't know how to eat again."
When she took those guys' meat rations, she was like, "Fuck you, I'm eating."
Yep. All right, Blue. Do you want to talk about the Roach? We didn't talk about it since you read it, right?
No, we haven't. I don't think so.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah, let's go into it. I
Yeah.
finished it.
Go ahead. What'd you think? Tell us your thoughts on the book.
Dude, so Cronus recommended this audiobook called The Roach by R.C. Bran.
R.C. Bray. R.C. Bray. Yeah.
Yeah. And this needs to be a fucking movie or some kind of Netflix fucking series. So it's basically about a what is Batman? He is a
Vigilante?
not a mercenary.
Vigilante.
A vigilante, yeah. It's about this vigilante and this city, which I'm assuming is fucking Detroit because it just sounds like Detroit. It's a rundown place. You know, they used to be good for making industrial stuff. But yeah, this guy he goes by the name of Roach just because like the headgear he wears makes him look like a fucking roach, and he just goes out fucking people up. He's basically a mix between Batman, the Punisher, and shit, somebody else. Um, I can't think of the third comic book guy, but like he just fucks people up. Like if you kill somebody, you're gonna fucking die. He's an eye for an eye guy. But
So much so, like if you rape somebody, like he'll take your manhood.
yeah, so,
Yeah.
he'll castrate you basically. But yeah, this one night, you know, he just got caught up, and a rookie cop got him, and he ends up in a wheelchair. So that's basically like where the story starts off with him in a wheelchair. He's fucking retired. Like 10 years has passed since he's been in a wheelchair, and like it's just fucking crazy. There's a reporter who's trying to oust him, trying to say like, hey, yeah, I know who you are, and blah blah blah. But then like, fuck. So he's basically trying to commit suicide because he's kind of done with life. Like if he can't be the Roach, what's the fucking point for living? Basically, because he was a Roach. His new identity is not him. But yeah, he ends up getting involved with some kids. He tries saving a kid, almost like how in Cobra Kai,
Yeah.
how Johnny tries to save what's the name, but ends up getting kind of fucked up, or whatever. But I mean, he ends up fucking up the kids. But yeah, so God, the fucking police come to try to arrest him for some shit he did, and like he ends up in a fucking coma for a fucking month.
Like,
and some crazy shit starts fucking happening.
Let me clarify on that. He gets hit by a car. So basically, he was in the beginning of the book. He's going to go commit suicide. It's basically just going to throw his body into a river and just get washed away. And he's wearing like his Roach outfit. And right before he's about to throw himself in the river, he hears some kids screaming, you know, getting their ass kicked by some other kids. And so he saves the kids, but ends up getting beat up by these other kids. And I think he messes one of the kids up a little bit, and then one of the kids calls
one of their fingers, and that's the reason why the cops come to his house, because his mom is, because they're underage, so the mom's trying to get him arrested and press charges.
Yeah, and so as the cops come, you know, he goes outside, and there's like a kid that he knows that he's like, I can't tell you like why she's significant, but basically there's a kid that he knows that's walking in the middle of the street, and he sees her walking in the middle of the street in the middle of him basically getting arrested, and he wheels out and then throws her out of the way of the car, and then he gets hit by the car, or it was a truck, wasn't it? And he gets put in a coma.
It was. Yes, it was. Wait, was it a truck or a? I think
it was a mail truck.
Man.
Yeah, I think it was a mail truck or something like that. Yeah.
But like the way that the story, like the author, the way he describes things, he's like very detailed, and like he puts like emotions into the words he used. But what really sells it is it was the audiobook that I listened to, and like the guy who does the audiobook, his voice is like probably one of the best. Well, so far since I've listened to audiobooks, he's probably one of the best ones, because like. Yeah. His voice is very like old and gritty. Like it sounds like he fucking chews rocks and smokes 12 packs of cigarettes a fucking day.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is that like it kind of spoiled the voice work, but like, you know, that's not his voice. Like you would think that's his voice, but like he actually does probably like a good maybe 20 fucking characters in his goddamn book. So he's the Roach. He's this woman. He does the voice of the little girl. He does the voice of the kids who are bullying the other kid. He does the voice of the kid being bullied. And that already has fucking 8 people. And that's literally within the first fucking chapter. And there's so many other characters that he fucking does. But yeah, so the Roach, when he comes back from being in the hospital, his costume's fucking gone. And so somebody's actually out there parading as the Roach, like saving people and stuff like that. But then there turns out to be a fucking serial killer out there who's trying to get revenge on the Roach, and he's just killing people. Everybody the Roach has saved, the guy's out there killing them, and so the real Roach has to try and figure out who this person is and try to stop him before he kills anybody else. But like the whole mystery, the whole twists and turns and shit at the end. But like, you know, the guy who plays the Roach, like or sorry, not the guy, the character of the Roach, like his whole backstory and like dude, basically, like the last fucking chapter, I was like jaw drop. Like I was like, no fucking way. Like I was like yelling. I'm reading, listening to the book, and I'm yelling out like, no fucking way. Like I was almost in tears when it fucking happened. I was like, holy shit. I don't want to spoil it because it's like holy shit. This totally took another fucking turn. But like, this book was really really fucking good.
Yeah, so
I don't want. I'm trying not to spoil too much.
yeah, I definitely don't want to spoil because the twists are really good. But so the voice actor's name is Rhett C. Bruno, and he's a really good, one of the best voice actors out there. He's up there with there's a guy named Luke Daniels he's really good as well. They have like a wide range of voices they can do. But yeah, Rhett C. Bruno is known for like that whole almost like a 1950s style voice. Like I'm just gonna pop this lady in the mouth. Like it's just, he has a really good voice of like that old school like detective. And he I listened to a few of his audiobooks, and they're all like fantastic. So I'm glad you like that book. And also R.C. Bray's a really good author as well. I listened to quite a few of his books. So yeah.
Yeah, he also did. There's another book I listened to recently. It was fuck, what was it called? It was the one with the invisible people. Fuck, let me look it up real quick. Sorry.
Sure.
But it was a book. It was a book I read where it basically this guy thinks that he's in the Matrix and he has this block that he can kind of plug into, and it basically removes the world around you so you can see the world for what it really is. And he ends up hiring or partnering up with this preacher guy, and then like it's just fucking chaos from there on out. Like it makes you think like, oh shit, like if the world really is what it is, or are we all in a simulation basically?
Yeah. So while Blue's looking that up, yeah. So we'll every now and again we'll do some more book recommendations and reviews. I'm listening to God's Eye right now, which is a pretty good book so far. It's by Dr. Aileron Kong, who's a good lit RPG author. So if y'all don't know, lit RPG is it's a literary RPG where basically like you're reading a video game. So it's a really good one of my favorite genres of books at the moment because they're just fun. Because I usually listen to like a serious like social issue book or something like that, and like a bunch of like lit RPGs just to cleanse my fucking palate. Because going from like everything's horrible to like really fun stuff is cool. Do you find that the book, Blue?
Yeah, so the book is called NPC, non-playable character. So this guy believes that, he thinks that only certain people are actually like actual people, and there's 5 different levels of classification of NPCs, and like it's the stuff he says is pretty trippy. It's like, okay, this is kind of fucking scary.
I've heard that used in real life as like an insult that's kind of dismissing of people. Is that related?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
So calling somebody NPC is an insult?
I mean, if you think about it, it is. They're just like some fucking nobody that just they're on their loops, doing their loop shit.
Yeah, and the author for NPC is Jeremy Robinson, and he also did the book I recommend called Infinite.
Yeah,
which was really
that was a great book.
It's another book about how reality might not be real. But no, so the author for The Roach is Rhett C. Bruno, but the voice actor is R.C.
Oh, I had it backwards. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. Well, their names are very similar, like R.C., Ray C. But yeah, it's a really, really good book. The book I'm listening to, I just finished listening to Star Wars Ahsoka, which basically tells Ahsoka's story after Order 66, and kind of talks about where she's been since then, and it actually leads up to her getting her white lightsabers, which was pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, it's the first time like they explain why Sith lightsabers are red, or why any lightsaber is red, and how to purify them.
Yeah.
So it's actually pretty interesting. But yeah, speaking of that, I just finished this one here. If you can see, this is the Star Wars' new multimedia event, the High Republic. I just finished the Light of the Jedi.
There's a comic on that now,
kicks
isn't
off.
there? Yeah.
What's that?
There's a comic series on that now.
Yeah, so this book is the book that chronicles the major event during the High Republic, and these comics here, I'm holding up High Republic Adventures, which is the young adult version. This explains this character on the front. This is a young Jedi who is telling her story from her point of view during the event.
Wait, is
And
that number
then-
one?
Yeah, that's number
That's
one for the.
That's worth money, just so you know.
So I picked it up today. So
Oh,
the
maybe it's
one
second
that I
printing.
saw, the one that I think you're talking about is this one here. This is the issue 2 of the Star Wars: The High Republic, not the Adventures. There's a different cover.
No, there's a first one of that my comic guy said that is
yeah,
worth money.
I have this one too. The first one there.
Yeah,
This is the
that's
first one because this sold out like everywhere when
Yeah.
it dropped. But there's issue 2 has a variant cover with this particular Jedi here in the cover. This issue just dropped maybe like a week ago. The variant cover,
It dropped
I
today.
think it's the first print.
It dropped
It's
today.
worth $80 right now. $80. And it's been out for a
Damn.
week. So I got this one at regular price. This isn't the one that's worth a lot, but these are here. So this is kicking off Lucasfilm's huge multimedia event. This will last probably until 2023, maybe end of 2022. I just picked up this book. This is another book in the series chronicling the galactic-wide event. This is more adventures surrounding this event with new characters and whatnot. The series will, I guess, essentially end with a Disney Plus TV series, or
Oh, wow.
the series is called Star Wars: The Acolyte. There's a lot of hush hush and a lot of rumors around it, but it will be on Disney Plus. They're looking at a late 2022, or mid 2023 airing of the series that will kind of culminate and be towards the end of the series. There's a lot of speculation going around, but it is being adapted by a what's her name? Leslie Headland and Rain Roberts. So Leslie Headland is a co-creator of this series, Russian Doll on Netflix.
That's supposed
And
to
then
be really good.
Yeah, and and then Rain Roberts, she is vice president of film development at Lucasfilm. So the two of them are making this series for Disney Plus. It will have a female protagonist, but it could be a very dark and gritty TV series. At least a lot of people are hoping. The only thing that Lucasfilm has said is that this will be a mystery series. So a Star Wars mystery series, the first of its kind. It will be very interesting to see, especially with High Republic characters showing up. We'll see if people love them. They're just introduced. I'm looking forward to it. Should be a big event. Big
Star
thing.
Wars question for you, because I want to make sure I get this though. Lucasfilms is obviously still under Disney, but are they having their own control, or like?
Well, it's just like Marvel, where Kevin Feige is the president of Marvel, Kathleen
Sure.
Kennedy is the president of Lucasfilm, and
Gotcha.
so with her being very engraved in these films and the series and whatnot, including the comics or whatnot, she's still very much basically the Kevin Feige to Marvel.
Of Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars, pretty much. So Kathleen Kennedy is the president of Lucasfilm. She's been that way since they sold it off. It's weird
Yeah.
to me why people hate her so much, but she's been part of Star Wars since the '90s. Before, even when Lucas appointed her as like his second in command.
Of course, they're never gonna give her the credit that she should be given for. Again, Force Awakens, $2 billion movie. All the
Mhm.
movies were pretty much $1 billion movies.
And
with
Mandalorian.
exception. And Mandalorian is great. Obviously, Solo was a low point, but other than that, it's been hit after hit.
Yep. So we'll see how this event works out. The way that they are marketing the event is that you will get High Republic content every month in some way, shape, or form. There's rumors that there will be a game, maybe, but it hasn't been officially announced. I'm waiting to see if this Ubisoft and the newly minted Lucas Games are going to make that open world game a High Republic game. We don't know. We have no idea yet. It's very, 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 very early development. So we shall see. I would say expect an announcement by summer, if not at D23.
I was
At
gonna
the
say
very
May the
earliest.
Star Wars Day is sometimes a big announcement day, right?
That
Or no?
that too, which is May the 4th, but as also D23 is usually Disney's later half for like big events like TV, movies. There's always huge announcements during those events, so be on the lookout. Um, you can follow the High Republic stuff on StarWars.com. They tell you what's coming up next. There's a Star Wars show dedicated to the High Republic
Yeah.
online.
Hold on, hold on. I want to make sure I asked this because I meant to maybe a couple of weeks ago when this became a story. So, for High Republic, isn't there I don't know if it's official or unofficial, like show about the High Republic news that was getting a whole lot of backlash because there was a black girl as a host. Is this familiar to you, Old Ninja?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So the host. So there's actually two. This is a double-edged sword on here. So last summer, the host of the current Star Wars High Republic show, which just aired, she's an African American woman. She basically said some stuff about how um, there's just racial issues. She said that some people who are white may not understand. They should probably basically stay quiet. I'm paraphrasing those. I'm not direct quoting her, but that's basically what she said. So a lot of people have been coming at her on Twitter, calling her a racist, using the N word, like really attacking her. And she took onto Twitter and retweeted or took a screenshot of some of these verbal attacks and said, this is kind of disconcerting, but I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Lucasfilm has doubled down and say we stand by her and her statement.
So I'm sorry, just to make sure we're clear, she is an employee of Lucasfilm, or she's like a
Yes.
fangirl?
No, she's an employee, just like Andy Gutierrez and I forget the other guy. They host the Star Wars show. There's also another lady. She introduced the High Republic authors to people. She's a Lucasfilm employee. I can't think of her name right now because I didn't. But she was doing other activities on for Lucasfilm, and they changed her to host this. So
Gotcha.
she was already an employee. They moved her to this show. So I think she was doing like online forum moderation or whatever, but they moved her to this show. So she was an employee beforehand. However, capacity I'm not fully aware of, but I know that they moved her around to host the show. I saw that she was super excited about it. They brought her into the High Republic event announcing it, and they say, hey, we can't wait for your show to start and all this stuff. So it is what it is. People are still shitty, but the show's still going on. It just dropped, so there you go.
All right. Damn. Whole lot going on with Star Wars, as always. Do you guys want to touch on? There was a episode 4. I think now everybody's seen it for Wanda.
Yeah, why don't you set it up, man? You haven't talked for a while. Prodigy.
Is that for?
Yeah.
Is that for me?
Yeah.
I mean, I mentioned it a little bit last week. I thought that I saw it. I guess I saw it last Friday, same day we did our 300th episode. I love Kat Denning. It's good to always see her in anything. I do adore her. I thought this was by far a better episode, than the first 3. You know what I mean? There's no laugh track and shit. I don't know. This still isn't like my cup of tea. I think I'm going to be checking out of it, but you do get some more reveals in terms of like confirmation on Wanda being creating this reality, this town. You see old boy from, I guess who was Homecoming. Is that right?
Oh, wait, no.
Yeah, FBI
he's
guy.
He's an Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. I'm sorry.
Agent Lee.
Yeah, Agent Lee. Which he was kind of funny. I mean, that was cool. And you get the whole aspect of him playing kind of a Mulder, basically, like X-Files style, trying to figure out this mystery, asking some of the same questions that people have been asking since the show started airing. And I think it's Monica, right?
Monica Rambeau.
Yeah. You get the kind of direct scene finally with Wanda kind of realizing that Monica doesn't belong and kind of air punching her, magic punching her out of the reality, and through like what 50 walls or some shit.
Yeah.
A lot of people saying that she went through 4 walls, so Wanda broke the 4th wall with throwing her out.
Kind of. Just really quick, WandaVision is actually filmed in front of a live studio audience. There's actually a featurette on Disney Plus showing how they did it.
You mean
That's
like
interesting?
okay? That's maybe like the parts where it's a sitcom, but not the other parts.
Yeah, not
Just
episode 4,
parts.
but the other parts where it sounded like a laugh track, but it's actually like an audience is actually there reacting to them. So, because that's why I think part of the reason why they brought in Dick Van Dyke to be like, how do we do this? And he's like, oh, this is how we did it back in the day.
Yeah.
We had the audience here, they did this, and this is how we did it. So the featurette is actually on Disney Plus.
So one thing that's really cool that answered a question for the MCU that I don't think gets enough credit is we get to see what happened after the people that got killed by the snap when they came back. And so the beginning of this episode is Monica Rambeau waking up in a hospital bed, and then people start materializing around her. And she materializes in bed. And it took me a second to like realize what was happening when everybody started rematerializing. Like, oh my god, this is after they fixed the snap. And then like watching the chaos that happens was insane because she doesn't even realize that she was gone for like 4 years, and neither does everybody else. And there's like a point like where she's like trying to run around trying to find her mom who had cancer at the time, and literally somebody just rematerializes right in front of her, and she just like knocks him over. And it's just like, could you imagine if like what if somebody rematerialized into somebody? Like that'd be fucking terrifying. But
That'd be all bad.
yeah, that was something that was really cool to see because in the MCU like nobody talks about like what happened after the snap. So I really like the way they did that.
But also brought up the other question, like, what if you were dusted when you're on an airplane in the air?
Yep, you're probably gonna fall to your death.
Yeah, so
that would suck.
You're like, oh shit, what the fuck, I'm back out.
Mm-hmm.
But
Or
that,
if you were
that
on
scene
in a
right there,
boat.
yeah, that scene right there was really cool because first she starts like rematerializing and like what Carla said, like you don't know what the hell's going on, but then all of a sudden you see like dust particles form back into people, and like the fact that when she was like looking for her mom, and that the fact that her mom was in the hospital and she was like she had cancer and she was in remission, and she lived for another 3 years, but then she turned around and died. But it wasn't her mom; it was her grandmother, because her grandmother was the one watching her because her mom. Wait, was it her mom or?
It's her mom.
I thought it was her mama.
Okay, sorry, I thought it was her grandmother. But yeah, because I think the story I read was that her mom went to start Sword, and so she left her daughter with the grandmother. But yeah, I think she was there with her mom. But yeah, just the fact that her mom passed away, or she survived cancer, but then it came back 3 years later, and then like the daughter is still, I guess, blipped or whatever, and then she comes back 2 years later to find out that her mom survived, but then she also died. So that was like, what the fuck? What a plot twist.
So this is the crazy thing that I don't understand yet. Like why? I don't understand why they grounded. I think she's called Spectrum, right? But I don't know why she's not showing any of her powers, like at all, in the show. I mean, they hint to it, like, oh, we're gonna have to ground you. You can't fly anymore. But it's just like, why can't she use her powers?
I wasn't sure if she had powers yet, or she's also a pilot like her mother.
No, because there's on one of the doors it says photon. That's definitely not a plane.
It shows her mother's picture, and then her mom's call sign is photon, but it's not her. So I was like, does she have her powers, or is she just a pilot who got grounded?
No, because well,
which one is it?
They were talking about her doing like basically like heroic shit, like her being like a heavy hitter, and it's just like, well, why aren't you using any of your powers? It seemed very odd to me. But I guess maybe we'll get into it later. She's a superhero, y'all.
I would imagine.
So, supposed to be.
Yeah, doesn't she have like, no, she's not Miss Marvel. Who did she become?
Spectrum.
She becomes Spectrum.
Yeah.
Spectrum, yeah.
So I was unclear also if she had powers or not. So I was under the impression she did not have her powers yet. I saw people saying that Wanda may be the one who gives her powers inadvertently, but
that'd be kind of lame.
At this point we don't really know.
Nope.
So we might find out. We'll see.
I don't know. I like that I like what they're doing with the show. How they're going through the eras of TV and how it's kind of like a really strange mystery. I'm digging it so far. So I want to see what it looks like in the 80s and in the 90s. You know, so.
I like how we get to see like what takes place like outside of the show, because the third episode lines up with the first two. Like, you know, there's a scene where Agent Lee's trying to call Wanda through the radio, and like you see that, like, you know, he makes contact, but like when oh god, what's the girl's name?
Darcy.
Girl with the lips. Darcy. When she's
The girl
like
with the lips.
watching the show.
You know, the girl with the skin. You know.
Like, she has so fast skin, but yeah, it's lips though. But she, you know, every time they try contacting Wanda inside of the wall, like there's some crazy shit that happens where like us as the audience watching the show, we can see exactly what happened, but people who are on outside watching the show, it's just like a really bad cut between what's going on. So like we as the audience know what's going on, but like people outside the wall don't know what the fuck's going on, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I like that.
But then, like, also, like, after the shows, like, there's scenes where, like, you know, you see the TV monitor, and we get to learn, like, okay, it was Darcy the one that was watching that show at the time. She's the one that brought the old school TV, and they were watching it there.
There you go.
So we'll see where it goes.
I'm liking it. I'm having a good time watching it.
Yeah, Clay, the bartender, brought up the fact that Monica wasn't freaked out by people blipping back in because when she was a kid, she saw Skrulls, so she saw aliens, and then she saw her adopted auntie with superpowers. So she's not freaked out by any of that stuff.
Wait, she wasn't freaked out by the blip? In the hospital, I thought she was pretty freaked out.
Well, she was freaked out about her mom,
yeah,
because she was looking for her mom. But as far as like people rematerializing, I mean, she saw people shapeshift, so.
There you go. I'm gonna switch it up just a little bit because we haven't talked about gaming at fucking all. Old Ninja has been like praising this game that finally dropped on PS Plus, Control, and I think Kronos is playing it as well. What do y'all think? I haven't downloaded it yet.
Oh man, it is for the PS5. Sorry, Surfs. It's fantastic. Actually, it's probably good on the PS4 too, but being able to play it in like performance mode has been really good. Great news is that they're actually using the DualSense controller properly. It's not just like a kind of a shitty port. Like when I walk around, you can feel like her walking in the controller, and it's not like the old school vibrations. It's like the new haptic feedback one. When you shoot the gun, it has the cool trigger effects. It's not as good as like Call of Duty yet, but I only have like two guns, like the scatter gun and like the regular pistol. But you can definitely tell there's that pressure and the click. So it is very satisfying to shoot. It's a very trippy fucking game. Old Ninja talked about it a while back, but yeah, when shit's like whispering in your ear and things like change, and it's kind of nightmarish scenes, you know, it gets pretty trippy. But so far, it seems really cool because they do like kind of some fourth wall breaking kind of frequently in the game, and the action is kind of interesting too, like the way you just run around and shoot. And you can like rip shit off the walls and throw it, and like when you kill somebody, like the effect that it has, like the multicolored effect when they die, is really cool to see. It's hard to explain unless you like watch it. It's like watching somebody, like if you ever look at like an oil slick when there's water on it, has like the rainbow effect in there. It's like that, but like with vapor when somebody dies. So it's like a really cool effect.
Yeah, I just went back to the game because everyone's talking about it now because I've had it since it dropped. They've added a couple of stuff to the game. They added new areas, so I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Well, that was the one you download through Plus is the full bundle kit, so it has all of the downloads and stuff.
Yeah, it has so there's two multiplayer, there's two DLC packs, but I have the vanilla version, and they still added an area for you can get like extra stuff, but you have to survive, and you're on a time limit. So I'm like, oh, this is definitely interesting. Yeah, if you have a PS4 or the Xbox One, you'll see some performance issues when there's a lot of stuff happening on screen. There'll be some frame rate drops, like heavy drops. But if you're on the PS5 or Xbox One, you probably won't notice anything. It'll probably run smooth.
Oh, it plays smooth for me so far. Yeah.
Yeah, the game is still like, it is definitely, the way I describe the game to people that makes sense is that it's an X-Files like setting, but you have Jedi powers. That's the best way I can describe the game. And it's weird. It's weird to me because Alan Wake, which is part of one of the DLCs, and Quantum Break, and there's one other game. They're all like and Control. They're all connected. They all have like connecting tissue between each games. And I know Alan Wake is featured in one of the DLC, so I can't wait to get to that stuff. It's gonna be super weird because the game is super weird.
Do you guys recall, I want to say late 2020, there was a bunch of controversy around the time or just before the PS5 and Xbox S or whatever dropped, where they were talking about the enhanced version for this. And I feel like the Control fans, if I'm not mistaken, were really angry about like some of the news and Control being really cagey about whether there was going to be an enhanced PS5 version or all of that. Am I making some of this up? You guys are looking at me like weird.
I don't know, but if they were complaining
know.
about it, it definitely is. It feels enhanced to me, especially with the controller. Like it definitely doesn't have like. So when you're playing on a PS4 game on your PS5, when something starts vibrating, you can definitely tell the difference. And when you pull the trigger, you can definitely tell the difference. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, I don't know. It doesn't feel anywhere near the same as far as like the controller and the vibrations feel. Like when you pull a trigger, it's like it's hollow on a PS4, but on a PS5, it's like way more like textural and there's feedback. It's haptic feedback, but they turn those things off when it's just a normal PS4 port. So
Makes sense.
Yeah,
it's like using rib condoms versus just straight smooth ones.
Damn.
Well, I'm amazed, to be honest with you, that it's an actual PS Plus game, though. Like, I guess that's the part that's stripping me out.
I'm not complaining.
No complaints. But I feel like, wasn't it? This was up for a Golden Eggplant Award. It was a nominee, I know.
Yeah,
It was.
And it won some awards.
Yeah, it has won some awards because there's a lot of good stuff in this game. The stories, even though it's weird, it's still really well written. It's well acted. The controls are actually really responsive, and except for some of the frame rate drops on the last gen consoles, the game still plays really fucking well. I was playing it today, and I'm like, damn, this game it will challenge you, it will creep you out, and it will disturb you, but it's still fun to play. It's like weird. I have these what feels like omnipotent powers, but yet I'm still fighting these really creepy creatures and creepy things. And it's not even just the enemies themselves. Even some of the people that you interact with, some of them are creepy. And
it's
there's
all
like
third person, though, right?
Yeah, it's a third person game. There's like these, like when you're looking at lore, right? There's this doctor that kind of explains what kind of experiments were going on at the facility, and it's really like unnerving because it is an actual actor in person. It's not animation or anything. You're watching like a film of like this guy talking about what they were doing, and he's super excited about stuff. And then like there's this like really creepy kid show that they use to entertain kids that they thought may have powers, and it's super disturbing. It's like watching a Tool video but with commentary. It's like fucking weird.
Damn.
Yeah, it's super disturbing, but the game is super trippy. It's very fun to play. I highly recommend. The game is currently on Game Pass if you have the Xbox, and it's on PS Plus right now. There's actually really a lot of games. Someone posted on PS Plus. What you got? Destruction All Stars, and then Concrete Genie, which that game I'm not familiar with. And then on the you're gonna say?
Was it Concrete Genie? That's like it's a slash VR or PlayStation Move game. So you can just use your regular controller, but I remember there's something you're like painting on the walls and stuff like that. Like you're painting creatures and they're fighting for you. I think that's what it was, but I can't remember. I tried looking for not a tutorial, but the trailer for the game, but they didn't have it on the PlayStation Network, and I get a chance to look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, but you can also look on Twitch.
It's like a 9.5 rated game, so it's not like a.
Damn.
some crappy ass game. Like it's got really good ratings.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
believe
crazy.
it was an exclusive as well.
Yeah, and then on the flip side, on the Xbox side, Gears 5 is on Xbox Live Gold, which is free for the month of February, along with the Resident Evil 1 remake, just in time for the 25th or 30th anniversary for Resident Evil. Also, they went way back, and with all the Indiana Jones talk, they brought out Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb is free. So if you are jonesing for an Indiana Jones game, it's free on Xbox. You can try one of these old ones.
Was
It may
that from
be
the
old and
360
clunky.
era or the
No, it was
original
before that,
Xbox
original
era?
Xbox. But if you're
Wow.
jonesing for it and wanted to check it out before you get into these new Indiana Jones games, you can check it out. It's free right now. What else? Oh, and then there's a Resident Evil event on the Division right now, where you can get like some pretty cool shit. A lot of fucking skins. They have like the Nemesis mask skin where it looks like you literally leather face his face onto your character. It's pretty fucking awesome.
You mean Division 2 though, right? Not
Yeah,
one,
Division
right?
2. Yes, I'm sorry. Everyone refers to it, but the Division Part 2. You can get Leon and Claire's like outfits for the game. Um, there's a bunch of other stuff. There's, I guess, 20 some odd items you can get for the Division 2 celebrating Resident Evil. So I think it's pretty awesome.
Is it a trip to go play the Division 2 after the January 6th stuff on the Capitol? Because doesn't like
Oh,
Division
yeah.
2 take place in DC?
Dude, so it fucks me up because there's a mission in Division 2 where a terrorist group or extremist group
Y'all
takes
kinda-
over the Capitol, and you gotta go in and clear them out. And when you clear them out,
fuck.
you gotta signal that you cleared the Capitol, and then like the cavalry comes in to reclaim. It's super
Damn.
it's super surreal. Also, there's like the green dust or green mist, which is probably an amalgam for COVID-19. Even though this game's a couple years old, it's super surreal playing both of them, the first one and part two. So I'm just like, dude, is this really a reflection of real life? Like the streets are all fucked up. There's people losing their minds. People are trying to kill you.
No toilet paper anywhere.
Yeah, yeah, just crazy lawlessness. It's super surreal.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, man.
Well, there's also an update that came out to the PS5 to allow you to play God of War in 60K or 60 frame rate at 4K.
Yeah.
And I think it also updates the controllers too. Like it adds the haptic feedback to it, right?
Hopefully it
That's right,
does,
right?
because I can't imagine how it would feel getting the axe back. Because remember getting the axe back in the first game felt fantastic on the
Oh,
the
Yeah.
DualShock 4. It was like one of the greatest feelings ever. Hopefully in this one, it'll feel even better on the DualSense.
Hell yeah.
I'll have to check it. I mean,
That
it's
could be
free
dope.
right now anyway. So if you have a PS5, it's still in the
Yeah.
PSN collection. So if you haven't played God of War, you're in for a fucking treat.
I think Stitch was waiting for that one to get the updated version because he never played it.
Oh, okay, well there he goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I go back and play God of War, I'm gonna play it because I already know what's gonna happen in the stories. Because I'm not trying to. Because I platinumed the original game,
Yeah.
and I'm not trying to fight that fucking Valkyrie at the end again to try to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it on fucking easy and just beat it for the story.
Wait, you can play it on New Game Plus, so you get all your shit.
Nice.
Oh, on the
Yeah.
5 you can.
Well, it's on any of them. I mean, if you have your just upload your old save on your PS5, like the way you did on your other games, and it should come up
Oh,
with
yeah,
New
up
Game
in the
Plus.
cloud.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll try it. I haven't a chance to do that.
play on hard.
The one
It's fun.
Fuck that
for you
shit.
guys in the for you guys in the year 3000 with your shiny new consoles, Destruction All Stars. Have you tried it? Is it any good? Like this is a free game too.
Stitch has. I have not. I'll probably give it a chance tomorrow because I think K-Mac is doing training tomorrow night. So yeah, I'll probably play it tomorrow night.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool. Let me know because this was one that was supposed to be a launch title, and they talked about it just being
Yeah.
free in February. So
That was amazing. It's supposed to be like a $70 game, I think, and now it's free.
Yep.
I'm not complaining.
Yep.
Go ahead, Sony.
hell yeah.
Why
They might
that
be going
lead?
the route of oh god, what's it called? The PUBG and Fortnite, where the game is free, but like if you want more stuff, you can pay for it. But like that's kind of been a successful model the last couple of years. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna make some good money on this.
Well, remember, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be anywhere close to this level of success, but like Rocket League was free, and that shit took off like gangbusters.
Oh
You know,
yeah, and they
that
still
was
have fucking tournaments for that game.
Mm-hmm.
it's a great game. Yeah, they still be adding cars and shit. So anyway, um, what do we have anything else? I'm not looking at the list. Sorry.
Well, should we talk about what was announced yesterday about this whole Mass Effect Legendary
Oh yeah,
Edition?
yeah. Go ahead.
So the Mass Effect Legendary Edition got a release date. So I think later on this year, I believe June or whatnot. But there's obviously going to be some major changes because it is a remaster and not a remake.
Mhm.
And they've updated the controls on the first one, thank God, for it to be more in line with Mass Effect 2 and 3. And there's also what is it? They basically got the graphics up to 4K. However, there's not going to be a next generation update for the game, so it's only going to be released on the PS4 and the Xbox One, which is kind of weird to me.
No, well, you gotta think about it this way. They're running it on the old, like, I think it's the Unreal Engine 3 or some shit like that. So it's like crazy old. So
Yeah, because they were talking about that. Like, they were talking about redoing the game in Unreal Engine 4, and they're like, they just don't have the time.
yeah, which is fine. So yeah, I don't really see there's no need for them to really. I mean, if you're gonna make it for the PS5, it'd have to be like basically a remake, not just a remaster, because you'd have to make it to all new tech. So I'm fine with it being on just the old consoles, especially because the old consoles are backwards compatibles on the new one anyway. So that's why when I first saw it, I was like, the graphics aren't that great. They weren't bad. They're definitely better than the originals. But I'm like, they don't look PS5, and I'm glad that they said that it's not going on the PS5 or the Xbox One Series X or whatever the fuck they call it. But I'm fine with that. For now, the one thing I didn't like though is that there's no multiplayer. So I'm like that kind of sucks.
Yeah, I mean, they explain why. They're like, hey, we didn't have the time or the cash to put this in. I mean, what I would gather, maybe if it sells well, maybe they come back and add it. But they said there was a lot of problems because they wanted to do crossplay. They wanted to do because right now, currently, because like Chrono said, it's backwards compatible. How do you get the remasters multiplayer to communicate with the backwards compatible version and the people that can still play on the original PS3 and the Xbox 360 to get them all? They're like, this is too much. There wasn't enough time for us to solve this problem and get it all working and to add it into the Legendary Edition, which I guess is okay. But I do like their multiplayer. I mean, you do have the option if you own the game. You can literally just put the disc in and it'll download and work, but you're not going to get the updated graphics.
Well, I think one of the other go ahead, Project.
And the tweaks.
Go ahead.
I give BioWare some credit. I mean, we're finally getting this. Literally, ever since this cast started, we've been asking BioWare, why don't you do this for the PS4, Xbox One generation? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they've waited till basically the generation is over to do this. I'm appreciative that it's here, or finally going to be here, but god damn, man, I almost feel like this should have dropped just prior to Andromeda. You know what I mean? Like what was that, 17 or 18?
Yeah.
Like
maybe.
I feel like throwing a little bit of shade on just how late in the game for the PS4 gen this is.
So I would throw a different kind of shade and be like, the squad that was working on this remaster, they should have kept their personnel on Anthem and get that to where they promised they was going to be instead of working on a remaster. Yes,
they still haven't fixed
a remaster is great and all, but Anthem was supposed to be your new IP and supposed to be your Destiny killer, and that didn't happen. Y'all reallocated personnel.
It killed their Destiny
to do something else. Yeah, so I mean, I do love BioWare. I still like the studio, but their decisions have been in question in the last couple years. So,
yeah, they still haven't really announced. I don't think the release date for Anthem 2.0.
No, because
Um,
there's a smaller team. They took people off those teams and put them on the remaster.
Oh
So it's
wow,
like,
they're saying 2022. That game is dead. Then there's no fuck.
What the
yeah,
hell?
Get the fuck out of here. The game came out in like 2019,
18,
didn't
19? Yeah, 18 or
Maybe.
19.
it? Like there's no way that's not going to survive until 2022. Like it's dead. The game is dead.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
kinda
Too bad.
jumping
Go
back,
ahead.
jumping back to God of War for the PS5. So the update is just for graphics, so better performance, 4K, 60 frames a second. It doesn't mention anything about enhanced controllers yet, so hopefully we see that further down the line. But also to jump back to Rocket League. So Rocket League actually has a Super Bowl event going on right now. So
Nice.
that just shows you how popular that game still is, how popular that game is. So that's kind of cool. I turned on my PS4 and it was like the first news thing that, oh sorry, my PS5. And that was like the first news thing that popped up was God of War and Rocket League.
Hell yeah.
I think my PS5 is listening to us.
Good shit, man. Yeah, well, there's so many fucking good games. I did pick up that Star Wars game Squadrons, and so me and Old Ninja got down on there at least once to kind of test it out. It is that's a lot going on. That's a whole lot going on when you're in that
Yeah.
X-wing suit. But I think I'm gonna dig it.
It definitely has a learning curve, but it is a very fun game. It is very interesting. It's something you can once you play through the campaign, you can pick up and just play. It's great because you can figure out your custom loadout for the ship that you like and play how you like. So it's just great. I love it. The game's great. We got people that are interested in playing, so it's great. Hopefully on Discord we can get some of the people to jump in with us and take down some fighters. So
Hell yeah. All right, guys. Should we wrap it? Wrap it on.
Yeah,
Does
yeah,
someone
I was
got
that.
some?
Well, one quick thing I want to talk about. So there's some good news going on, but we might get a new Batman the Animated Series on HBO Max.
Oh yeah.
I was listening to Fat Man. It's Fat Man on something with Kevin
Batman on
Smith
Batman?
and yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
It's not Batman on Batman anymore. It's called something else. It's like Fat Man Ultimate Comics or something like that. I think the name of their podcast. But yes, Kevin Smith had mentioned that there's been rumors that there might be a new animated series coming out, but he kind of confirmed that there is one coming out. So I'm highly excited about that because we know HBO Max has all of the DC, well not all of them, but they have majority of the DC content on there. And like, you know, Batman animated series originally was very, very fucking dark. So I like to see them kind of go back to those roots with Batman and kind of maybe have a little bit more violence and kind of a little bit of gore in that instance. But I'm down to see what happens.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
excited for it because that's like that show got me into Batman.
I couldn't agree more, man. I hope they do it and they did release Batman the Animated Series is definitely on there, all 3 seasons, I think. So
yeah, it's all 3 seasons.
If you haven't seen it, goddamn, what is wrong with you? Go back and watch that shit.
Once my kid's here, we're gonna be watching it again.
It's the best to watch it with kids because they don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. You know what I mean? It is new to them. Good shit. All right, guys. Kronos, what you got popping this week?
I think I'm taking next week off. Not really doing much, just hanging out with the kid. Waiting for the Rona to be over. Jesus, everybody needs to get vaccinated so I can get back to real life. Might do some stuff around the house. Really needed to work on some stuff in the shed, especially when it rains. It's hard to open and close the door. I need to water treat the door and then figure out a way to put a flap over it or something like that. So, but other than that, probably get some gaming done and yeah, probably lose some weight because I'm back on keto for a little bit. So yeah, that's all I got. Oh, Balance Exchange dropped last Friday, so I think I talked about it briefly, but that was the first episode. It was on the proportional representation in the government, mostly about Congress, and then on this Friday you're going to get an episode about universal basic income, UBI. That's my topic, so it's already scheduled. So hopefully you enjoy. Please give us some feedback if you would like to suggest topics for us to do. We'll be done with season 1 in about 4 or 5 weeks. So yeah, we're gonna drop content every single week up until the season's done. Then we'll take a week off, or a month off. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Please give us feedback on that. So that's all I got.
Real quick question for you, Kronos, just because I know people are going to ask either in the chat or hit you up offline. Does this mean the traditional week of SF Beer Week, even though it's not going to happen, does this mean you are not drinking booze during what would have been SF Beer Week?
Yeah, no, I don't think I will. I think I just need like a body reset. So I'm gonna take maybe a month off. I don't. I'm like my body feels like a lot better now. Like I feel really good. Maybe I'll check. Maybe I'll make a weight goal if I can get down to like 170 or something like that, and be like, all right, if I get there, then maybe I'll come back with keto and then start, opening up the diet a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, SF Breivik is already all screwed up. Even though I have all this beer that's coming in right now, I'm not going to drink it for a little while. Like I have literally Heretic H3 came in a couple of days ago. I haven't even opened the box yet, so it's a really good triple IPA that rivals the Younger. I missed out on the Younger because it sold out in fucking 10 minutes. I was pissed off about that.
About it.
Yeah. I have the Bistro is usually they have a double IPA fest that kicks off pretty much the same week as SF Beer Week, but they can't do the in-person thing this year. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna bottle up together all the beers that are the winners, and then mail that out. So I bought the package, so I'll pick that up later this month. So I think it's February 20th is when I can pick it up. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I was thinking about, it's funny because if you go on sfbeerweek.com, it transfers over to like Craft Beer Week or something like that,
wow.
where you could have bought. I wish I'd known this beforehand. I didn't get an email, but you can buy like packs of beer and basically have your own beer fest at home. And they had one from like Northern California, and it's from different regions of California. They have Central California, the Bay Area, San Diego, like up north a little bit more. But the Bay Area one sold out, and a whole bunch of other ones sold out too. So I think you can get like San Diego, Orange County, and like maybe 2 other ones right now if you go on craftbeerweek.com. But it's only shipping in California. So
yeah, so there's only 3 regions left now. So it's Central Coast, Inland Empire, and Orange County.
Okay, yeah.
Everywhere else is sold out. That sucks.
But it's only like what, 100? I think it's like $100, something like that. Probably less than that.
I can't find it.
You probably get some good beers. I mean,
Nice.
Yeah, it's about 100, about 50 bucks.
plus shipping, it's at least 75.
There's different packets. So yeah, the ones that are all sold out but the ones that are still left are $50.
Yeah, so if the Bistro announces the triple IPA fest that you can get, definitely get that blue because that will likely have the Younger in it. So I'm waiting for them to announce that.
That's cool. I didn't know they were doing that.
Yeah. If you go on the bistro.com, where their website is, check it out, and you can order those beers.
Support them local businesses.
Yeah.
Old Ninja, what you got?
Still not a whole lot. I'm gonna try to check out, I guess, this Warrior show or whatnot. I actually got back into Control, so I'm actually trying to set this goal and actually finishing games that I actually started playing like a year and a half ago or whatever. I finished Ghost of Tsushima 2 days ago. Everyone's on the Control train now, especially since it's free on PlayStation Plus and it's on Game Pass. I'm looking forward to trying to finally beat it, play it during the day so I didn't go freaked out. Watching some WandaVisions, looking forward to our discussion on episode 5 next week. And then just kind of, the Super Bowl is this Sunday, so we'll see how that is. I mean, I'm going to be watching it, but we'll see how it plays out, really, because I feel like this should have an asterisk on this season, but that's just me. But yeah, just gaming and trying to stay runner free, really.
Blue, what you got?
For me, the last couple of weeks we had a couple of storms that ran through here, and I need to do some yard work.
Me too.
Yeah, I gotta trim some bushes, cut some grass, this and that. Definitely, I'm trying to get it kind of sucks because since Venus is pregnant, like she can't really get in the hot tub, and I kind of want to get in there real bad. So I might check get the water all conditioned and stuff like that, and turn on like maybe to body temperature, so it's not too hot. So maybe she can like dip her feet in or whatever, and hang out with me. But yeah, we're just waiting for Baby Blue to come here. He's You'll be here in about like 8 to 7 weeks, so pretty
Oh,
soon,
wow.
about 2 months.
Yeah.
Damn.
Right.
March 19th.
Are you doing like a virtual baby shower, or what's going on here?
We might have a virtual baby shower. We don't know yet, just because it's so weird and complicated.
Well,
but-
just do a registry. Do a registry.
well, we do have a registry.
What the fuck? Send it
Oh,
to me.
good. Tell it. Yeah, tell us, bro.
Yeah, put it in the
We want to support you.
our personal chat.
They
Yeah.
have it already. They guys have it already.
Oh, we do?
Oh shit! You know.
the back of the thank you cards we sent out for our wedding.
Oh shit!
Hmm.
I'll have to look on the back again.
There's
I think you're
a
right.
registry on the back of it.
Okay,
yeah.
I'll have to relook.
Yeah, there's a registry on the back of the cards, but I'll post up in the chat room. Yeah, we're just waiting for Baby Blue to get here. You know, day by day. You know, reading books, trying to be informed. Got the car seat installed. Just right now, just waiting.
Enjoy the quiet before the storm.
Yeah, also gaming. I'm trying to like Resident Evil, not Resident Evil. Tomb Raider, Tomb of the Shadow of the Tomb or something like that. I've been playing
Shadow
that.
the
That
Tomb
was-
Raider.
I've been playing that because Prodigy and I demoed it at San Diego Comic Con a couple of years ago. So I'm playing that, and I'm gonna play Control after I'm done with that. Like the PS5, they got some really good DLCs that are coming, even though there's not many like no, there's no real new releases coming out this month for the PS5.
Well, PlayStation
As
All
far as,
Stars
like-
or Destruction All Stars is new.
Yeah, but it's free though. Well, if you got PS5 or PS Plus, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Shadow of the Tomb Raider is actually a really good game. So it's actually fun to play.
Yeah.
Good shit. I'm gonna finish off Warrior as I mentioned because I do like Asian titties and good high energy. I literally found out that this giant vampy queen titties Resident Evil girl is 10 feet tall, and goddamn, the step on me, mommy energy is just increasing every fucking
Come on,
day.
man.
Man. I
Say
can't
her
wait.
name. Say she name right. It's Lady Damasaku.
I can't
Whatever.
say that, man. Come on now. That's Queen Vampy Titties. That's what she is. I love the fact that Capcom is like full in on horniness. Like, here you go, horny weebs. So this game is gonna sell well. I'm fucking ready.
You know what's so crazy is that she's such an epic character that she knocked the Bernie memes off of they stopped being trendy, and it was just
Exactly.
I mean, there's still some out there, but like everything I've seen is just Vampire Queen.
Hell fucking yeah, man. So
Yeah.
definitely this week I'm gonna try to jump on Squadrons, and I need to finally finish up. I think I'm at like the final 3 chapters of Final Fantasy VII. I need to fucking just get that fucking done, man. I cannot find a fucking PS5 to save my fucking life. If you know about one on the low, hit me up.
Dude.
God damn it.
What
Them
did
shits are fucking scarce.
You're trying to order one online, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So they literally just had a dump. A friend of mine ordered it from GameStop. That's probably the best place to get it. But they had the Xbox Series S and the PS5. It was a 3-week wait, but you would have got it.
Every time I hear about these things, I run to my computer and and I'm usually too late, but it's all
Yeah.
good.
Reason why I say because my friend, he did it, and he even like lagged a little bit, but he just got his system today. So
Damn, I'm gonna try. Anyway,
Have you
Take
tried
Ron out,
stabbing
man.
children?
okay.
Have you tried stabbing children? I mean, I heard that's a really good
Yeah.
way to do it. Just stab some
Oh,
kids.
we're just robbing them?
Yeah. Just
yeah, just run up to him, just punch him in the face, and take their shit.
I mean, if they're Gabby, I'm just swinging on them on sight.
Ah.
Fuck
You don't
yeah,
even care if it's
you
a
know what I
PS5.
mean? All right, old ninja, take us out.
All right, you just experienced Blacker Than Black times Infinity.
Infinity.
The Dankest podcast on the internet. Check us out anywhere with B's and BTI. That's BTHA and BTI. We're anywhere you listen to podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Player FM, SoundCloud. Wednesday night, every Wednesday night, 8:30 Pacific time. Check us out as we go live on YouTube. Join in the chat. We have a Discord now. Look for it in the description in this video and every video subsequently. Check out our official website, benheadproductions.com/BTI. Also on Amazon, there's a little app on there to remind you when we go live, you can watch us on there as well.
Redo of Healer is the brand new Goblin Slayer.
Did you actually watch it?
I sure did. That
Hmm.
shit is sadistic. God damn.
Okay.
It's animated revenge porn. Shit.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
And we're done.
Yeah.